What's up, Twitchland? Happy, what's today? Sunday? Yeah. Hey, happy Sunday. It's Sunday, January 10th, and we are playing some Yawning Portals against the Giants. What's up, player? Say hello to the couple people in stream, in chatland, Twitchland. Gorgio's already here. Yep. Belmerte, hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, we were in the middle of combat last time we left off. So I think we're just gonna jump into it. We're waiting on somebody to get done messing with their camera, but he's here and he's actually his turn. So, but let's do a little. It was. I don't know. You must have pushed some button. What happened? I'm just gonna do a quick little review. So we had Marquette, Theris, and Alros come out to the Giants' steeding after the dwarves got captured the next day to find it kind of heavily guarded, and they heard some commotion coming through the pass, so they came over this way and to investigate, and they found a caravan of giants moving towards the keep from the north. A caravan, well, some giants with some four big wagons and a fire giant. And they came up to the top of the hill and are playing Wolverine currently down on the invading enemy down there. They're going to spray paint social distancing on the rocks when they get done. I think like a murder scene here. But they've had some help from a couple of odd-looking fellows, a dragonborn, a red dragonborn, and a tiefling, kind of a whitish blue tiefling, kind of with some bat wings going on over there. They're also raining down some hell onto and some axes and what is it, war pick that the paladin has? Some holy smites and shite over there. The giants, the ogres seem to be converging on the sniper nest that was on top, aka Fireball Boy, Warlock, Sorcerer McNuggets up there, and Marquette, Sticky guy. And we zoom back down. Marquette's up. He was in his blind. I think he still has his crossbow out. Is that true? So you're like, oh shit! You got like they were coming over the walls, man. They're coming over the walls, dude. What are you gonna do? Yeah, there's a dire wolf like up on the ledge, like on top of the other nest that Theris made, and there's one down on the ground. He's like all been like scarred up by all these freaking thorns and shit. The stone shaped thing. What's it called? Spike growth. Yeah, all over the place. So he's like right next to you. There's like a little shelf right next to you, actually, so you could just go on the little shelf, turn around, pull out your rapier. Oh,
It's only 43 points of damage.
what did it die twice or something here? Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
43
hit
points of
everything.
damage.
Yeah, I just went through and clicked like my all my things. And I will disengage and move now.
You don't have
Now,
to disengage.
keep in mind you are covered.
The ogres
You're
might
in
have 10
spike
foot
growth.
reach.
Oh, kind of.
I am not in spike growth. I am on the edge of spike growth.
That's true. You're just like, where are you going? Uh, it didn't drag right. Where'd you want to go? Up on the rock? Like up top there?
Nope, I'm going to there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a little bit.
I skirted around the spike growth.
Yeah, this rock right here is a little bit lower, so you could hop up there too if you wanted to. It's only like 3 or 4 feet tall up there where Theris is at.
No, I'm good. Right,
But
I'm good.
yeah, you can squat down and
right
get
now.
a little cover there. Look at your crossbow that's over here somewhere.
I still have my
Anything
hand crossbow
else?
on me, so
It's all dangling on your
no,
belt.
that's it. Down there.
Got a crossbow, hand crossbow, a war pick, a pal. What do you got, John? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm kidding. Direwolf 31. Where's this guy?
I borrowed the light crossroad from somebody. So
I think you picked it up recently, didn't you? Direwolf
no,
31's up
Ulrich gave
on
it to me.
the the nest there. He's looking down. He looks up at Theris. And Theris is like what 30 feet up. He already saw his. I think he already tried to jump up there and missed. Couldn't even come
So Ulrich.
close. Yeah, Ulrich. I mean. So he's gonna try to jump. He's gonna try to clear as far as he can. Let's see, what has he got? 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Ugh. Let's see how far he can jump. Uh, eh, so he only makes it 15. So he's gonna take 15 feet of ooch ouch ouchie ooch as he finish his move over here and is going to take a snap at Marquette. He's got
Wait, how
a
many squares?
15 of that is going to be damaged since he jumped the first 15. So it was 35.
Heal him for 3.
Oh, I got you. Let's see. What's their move? 50 feet. So yeah, he can easily get over there. And then he's going to try to bite. No pack tactics. He's all alone. Marquette. He snips at him, misses, like hits the rocks next to him. Thoris.
Okay. I'm going to. If I move up, like kind of towards Theris, would I be taking any difficult terrain, like
Um,
this direction?
what's your movement? 30.
Yeah.
I'll allow you to get. I see you're running up the hill. I'll allow you to get to like right here, the dash. It's
I'm not gonna
uphill.
dash. I'm not gonna dash.
Oh, so you're just gonna move to the 30 and stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly because
Anything
I want to do lay on hands.
on yourself? Lay on hands. Let's
Yeah. My
see.
thing
How
is
many
for.
points of lay on hands are you gonna use on yourself?
That is a question. I haven't
You
looked at lay hands in a second.
You
Um.
have a
You
total
should have
of
55.
55
Oh yeah, 55. I remember now. Yes, I'm
for
gonna use. I'm gonna use all 55
per
because
long rest.
yeah, I need all
You,
55 right now.
now keep it.
Something we learned in our other game, Aiden. Yeah, I was just gonna remind him.
Uh,
Saving a couple of points to lay on hands allowed you to get somebody up.
yeah, the 1 point takes somebody from dying on the brink back into the fight. So if you save like
Yeah.
5 of those, maybe.
Yeah.
So
I'll
just
keep. Yeah, 3 of them.
3 of them. All right. So
Yep.
just
52.
the easiest way to do it is I'll do it manually. What's 52 from 68 is 14.
16.
Yes.
16.
16 wounds left.
16.
All right, so and then check off when you get a chance 52 of those little check boxes
Okay.
on your sheet. I think you can just I think you can just that's a difficult way to do it. Why don't you just leave for
Yeah, that's probably smart.
check off the ones you got left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you're gonna burn them that way, just do it the opposite. All right, so
Yeah.
you lay on hands. I believe that's is that a bonus action? No, that's an action.
Yeah.
All right, so and no bonus action for you.
Oh no, there's nothing really for me to use at the moment.
Bonus action.
Actually, wait.
Hunter's
I'm gonna
Mark,
use.
Misty
Yeah,
Step.
I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark on the Direwolf 28. I think I can reach it.
What is the
90
chat showing having
feet.
all those land hands?
Oh no, that was me trying to check off.
Yeah, when you check them off, it marks.
Kind of weird, but
That's annoying.
You said you're gonna Hunter's Mark on who?
Direwolf 28. If I can get to them, if I can. All right, there's.
You have Hunter's Mark?
Yep. It's
Yeah,
full
you're
of-
only 30 feet away. Hunter's Mark is 90 feet. So you're gonna drop the hunter's mark IFT one onto the target.
If I see it.
And then drop the hunter's mark, the little concentration one on you.
No, I just gave it to myself. I'm smart.
I think that's right. Is that right, Mr. Ranger?
And then give that to myself. And I gave it to the dire wolf. Okay, this is genius. I'm smart. There we go.
All right, as you're practicing, we'll skip on to ogre number 16. Is that one of the? Yeah, one of the bookers. Let's see. I am going to actually take them out of combat because they are dashing at a movement rate of 80 around. So we can figure worst case scenario on those guys.
Aiden, you might be backwards on that. The Hunter's Mark IFT, that one's self, so you should apply that one to yourself.
Okay.
And then the Hunter's Mark C.
Oh yeah, I see.
you
I see
apply
it.
to-
Yeah, self. Okay. Yeah, self. And then the Okay. Thank you.
You just have to find the dire wolf in the list, and you can take off
Yep.
that custom from them.
Don't listen to the DM. He doesn't play that much. Oh, this ogre down on the ground is like, he's dashing this way. He's like, this guy's gonna try to. He was like hanging out, trying to peek, and he kind of climbs up and he tries to pull himself up onto this ledge here. And he slips, right? The rock like gives away, like the ledge that he grabs a hold, like pulls out, and he falls back, and this rock lands on top of him. Boom! He lands down on this ledge. He's like, it like knocks the wind out of him, and then he like stands back up. So that's, and then he kind of backs up and he tries to jump up there with his dash action, and he freaking doesn't make it, and just like grabbles the thing and falls back down, and he's back down on the ledge, standing there trying to jump up there, not having a good time. Damakos. What? How do you say
All
it?
right, Demikos. Okay,
Damakos.
so I see a big clump of guys over there. I need to put a fireball on there. How do I do that? I haven't done it before.
Let me do it real quick for you.
He's gonna feel my thunder.
I want
20
it,
foot,
Oh, there, yeah, perfect.
and you
On
want
that
it like
clump of, right
right there.
beautiful, right, beautiful. I love it. Now I got to target all those guys.
Oh yeah,
right?
you can't get those. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just target those 5.
Make sure to untarget Thoras.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
Thor's targeted too down there. There you go.
My control button.
And you need to target Ogre 23. The bottom right ogre you missed.
Ogre 5,
Yeah,
23,
1,
21,
2,
Hill
3,
Giant
4,
38,
5.
Direwolf.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I'll show that flying wizard over there, flying sorcerer, how this is done.
So you like whistle over to him. Ooh, 3 failures. As you do 23 points of damage, smoking a lot of them, but none of them go down.
Well, and the other guy will finish him off.
What
What,
else? Did you want to
what?
fly closer or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fly a little closer.
Still showing you're 50 feet up in the air.
Correct.
So you're a little bit higher than they are on the other side. They're like at like 40 feet or something.
Okay.
Just to give
I
you a
moved
visual.
to there, and then I will down arrow.
All right, keep in mind that you are still concentrating as
I
you
am.
move closer to combat. Direwolf number
What is he
7,
concentrating on?
The banished fire
banishment.
giant.
Oh yeah.
There still is a fire giant in reserves that has been taken for a timeout.
He's in the land of unicorns and ponies right now.
So this ogre, being 1 point more intelligence than the other ogres, which would probably double his intelligence, looks up this hill and sees his buddies running down through the field away from him, and he sees like a bunch of nervous-looking ogres and a giant, and he decides that he is gonna join his buddies that play cards this way. So he runs
Oh,
off
they're
towards the
running.
keep. Yeah, that guy is.
That was a direwolf.
Oh, that was a direwolf. He would not have run. Direwolf would have moved up closer. These direwolves look hungry. I think he would have just squeezed his face back here in the back lines, smelling around for some burnt up scraps. You know, he like runs up. Things
Does
are
smell
still
like meat,
smoldering
right?
though. He's like stalking closely, huh?
So it smells like cooked meat.
Yeah, the hill giant number 38 freaking reaches down and picks up a big ass boulder off the ground. He's been eyeballing it for a little while and looks up at Theris up there, or Ulros rather, and freaking chucks a rock up there. Ulros, did you want to use
Oh
shield?
snap! You beat me to it. Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
so the way shield's going to work is if he misses, it doesn't go off. All right, so he does hit. What is shield? What's your armor class? It says it's a hit.
16 plus 5,
Yeah, so
21.
he doesn't. So he doesn't hit. But you burn the spell slot. Boom! Shield goes up. Rock shatters against your shield. He's like, grumble, grumble. And he doesn't like being on this perch, so he's gonna like finish his move, move around through this ogre, and jump down into. Let's see if he sees these. Oh, he knows they're there too, doesn't he? He doesn't care. He jumps down into the spikes. Starts trudging towards Marquette. See him like gripping his great club.
Oh, he's taking some damage. I like it.
Yeah, give him 10, I think. 10 feet. 2 squares.
I'm like, bring it, big boy. You can remove that Wolf 24 too, by the way.
Yeah, when I see him in the combat tracker, I didn't scroll down yet.
You gotta heal 7
Add
on
7
that.
back.
Ogre, oh, I need to check on how we can fix that. There's got to be a way. Ogre 21. I think most of these guys were out of javelin, so I'm gonna give this guy acrobatics. See if he can try to balance his way around these spikes and this edge of this cliff that's crumbly. He's like, oh yeah, he does, but he only gets to like this little area here where it's crumbly. He's like carefully walking across. He's like, it's cracking, but he's kind of skirting around, holding on to the edge, kind of trying to get around the spikes. Not doing the math that if he just walked through the spikes, there's no way he would take enough 40 feet of falling damage if he falls all the way down. He has no javelins. Direwolf number 20.
Sorry, you moved 23 instead of 21.
Oh, sorry. 21. Over there. Thank you. Direwolf number 20 is over here as well. This spike growth's got some pretty powerful party kind of bottlenecked up here, right? This giant party. 1, 2.
I don't know if these ones. I mean, I don't know if the wolf needs to do a perception check on it. Like the ogres communicated. I don't know if the wolves would understand that though.
Yeah, give him a perception check. Let's see if he notices. I don't think he's been up here that long. Like, so we'll drop it. We'll see what he sees. Yeah, he doesn't see shit, and I think a 4 really doesn't care. He's gonna come running up and just try to book it across the spikes. He does realize when he gets about halfway, so I'll finish his move like there, and then he can decide on what he wants to do. He's like, yeah, like he said in stickers, right? So 5, 10, 15 feet. Do 20. Do it. We'll just use your D2 as the last one then.
That works.
Oh, 20 points. Yeah, so oh, he's got actually roll 2D. It's 2D4, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Roll
so D8
2D4.
works.
No, roll 2D4. It's 2. Okay. Cuz he only has 1 hit point left, so I
Surplus.
wanted to
Yeah,
check. I just
yeah.
wanted to double check.
That's fair.
What are the odds of that?
Right?
He ain't getting out of there
Just to be
anyways. Any which way he
fair,
goes, he's done.
no, but just to be fair, he could bite somebody or something. I don't know. Ogre number 12, he's gonna try to climb up here. This is like the best spot you guys could have attacked these guys too, but they got pretty good strength. They've just been rolling crap. Yeah, no problem. He takes doubles his move or halves his move to climb up. So 15 feet. He climbs up to here. And can he get over here? Yeah, he can come around over here and line up with his great club on this puny little elf hiding over here. He's like, he says something in giant that you guys don't understand. And clocks, freaking, do you want to soak that? Like, do the bunny rabbit and dodge under the rocks kind of evasion?
Oh yeah, I do. Did he hit me?
Yeah, 23 armor class. He like smashes you in part of the rock next to you. So you like scurry under the rock real quick as he smashes down with his great club, doing 5 points of damage, which you absorbed too. Oh, you had freaking
Temporary hit
You
points.
should have
temporary hit
temps
points
too.
still. I don't know if you
I
calculated
did,
that,
yes.
but that's all that ogre can. Oh, do they get 2 attacks? No, just 1. Ogre number 15. He sees blood in the water over there. He's like, ugh. He's just gonna trudge through this. Just do it. He's gonna try to make his way over there.
Good luck with that.
Right. So that's we'll call it. Let me double check. 45. Whatever. That's what the math did on the cross there. Sounds fair.
Does
45
Fantasy
feet.
Grounds
I mean,
automatically calculate all that?
middle
No.
to middle maximum is eight activations.
Well, and your D8 will be the fourth D2D4. I think that kind of works
There you go.
because he was injured.
He's only got 60 hit points left. So
You
see
won't
if you
kill him.
can. You won't kill him. Oh, almost though. That's your personal
That's so
best,
many ones.
right? And
So many
he's like he
D4s.
just wades through like remember that the scene in Piranha where they're strolling and the piranhas are just eating them. He's just getting eat up by these thorns.
God, he could have died there.
He could have, yeah.
64, 70, 72 possible.
Is 16D4 standard or is that upcasted?
No, that's standard because he ran
It's
through all of
2d4
it. 2d4
per
per square.
Dope.
He ran all the way across it.
And that he had to dash to do that. So he's over there now though. Theris, you got a dire wolf like trying to breathe down your neck. He's like right in your neck pit.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can you tell me if I was on the other side of this dire wolf, would I have line of sight on Ogre 12, Ogre 5, and Dire Wolf 31?
Yeah, you can see anything on the board from up there. You know,
Okay.
over here especially, like out, you know,
So,
on
so
this
my
side.
plan is to move to the other side of this dire wolf and then cast Conjure Barrage northward.
What's the length of Conjure Barrage? Is it cone or what?
It's a 60-foot cone.
So 60-foot cone. Let's see. That's 50.
Well, orienting where I would be, which is over on that side.
I'm just seeing where you need to be. Who are you trying to hit? Like these guys here, like this?
The 2 direwolves and the 2 ogres and Marquette.
Oh, and Marquette.
Well, I don't know if I could necessarily. Maybe if you rotate it to the right, I could avoid him.
No, I'm good with that.
I don't know. It's a dex save. I figure he might dodge out of the way.
Yeah, no, you can't really. I don't see how you can avoid him. All right, so yeah, give
Do it.
them all your love. Target them all and do it. Do it. So you get it. Have you used this? You're gonna need to give us a cool description of this. How does this thing look?
I used it once, but I throw my last arrow in my quiver into the air to create a cone of identical arrows that shoot forward. So a cone of arrows firing.
Nice.
I like it.
It's a 3rd level spell. So they got to try to dodge out of the way. 1 failed.
Is it damage versus self? Is a save, deck save, no damage? Well, it's
No,
no damage
half.
for me anyway.
It's half.
No, none for me.
Why
Hold on,
for
let me
you?
click that before, because I have evasion.
Yeah, only if you have it applied.
That's why I'm applying
There
it
you
before
go.
he rolls damage.
You could do it before he actually rolls to hit too, just to say you could have done it immediately. Ooh, noisy. So you did kill an ogre. Oh, you look at Marquette absorbed it. It didn't take any.
Why did it do damage to me though?
It didn't. It says damage 0.
Well, it says absorbed. It might have
it
taken
took
its turn.
it took 8 temporaries off me.
You already
That's
had
weird,
temporaries taken off of you last time.
I
How
had
many
9 temporaries left.
How many did you start with?
Whatever it is, 13. Yoga did 4.
Yeah. So add those back. I don't know why. It just whatever. It got through it somehow. Evasion is a dex save.
Yeah, it says when you're subject to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw.
Yeah, I don't know.
And only half if you fail.
So who'd we kill? We killed a ogre. Ooh, one of the ogres goes down. Like all these arrows are stuck into it. Dunk, 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 dunk.
And the wolf goes down too, one of the dire wolf.
Yeah, where's that guy? Way up at the top.
A 31
Yipe, yipe, yipe.
Perfect.
Yeah, that worked
Did
out well.
28
The guy that comes
28 on-
running up. What are you saying, Buck?
Oh, I was just looking to evaluate the scene.
Anything else there? After you blast, you still got this dire wolf in front of you. He didn't go down.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out to Elros and say, "Help me out here, bud."
Good luck.
Ogre number 3.
Remember there's spikes over there.
Yeah, this guy is on round 5 is starting to head back. Direwolf number 28. Oh, that's the guy on you. He's not terribly wounded either, so he's gonna try to take a bite at you. Oh, and he grabs a hold of you, biting down into your flesh, doing almost minimum damage, like flea biting you. And he grabs a hold of your sock, and you pull and he pulls the thread all out of your sock too. He's like, Arrgh. Oros, you see this wolf biting down on.
You didn't have to make the concentration because it was temp hit points, so it didn't actually damage you.
No,
I guess.
I did take 3. It's 6 total. So 3 temp and then 3 onto me.
Oh, weird.
All right. We're gonna risk it with Theris. I'm just gonna capture, I think, everybody around me in a circle for fireball. I'm gonna attack all these guys here.
You know,
Me.
fly toward me more so you can get them all in the circle.
Oh, what do you?
The guy?
Oh, I guess you're ground affected, and I don't know how it goes. You're high up in there. It doesn't
Right.
matter.
It's gonna cast it kind of like below me. What I want to do is just shift
Yeah,
this
that's true.
green circle a little over and down.
Well, not the
Just
green.
a-
He'll have to
Yeah,
make
no,
one.
but you go
I
ahead
know
and
I'll have to
target.
make my own, but
Here, I got it. I'll do it real quick, so as to not break anything.
Carrie, they took that token away for the fireball, huh? It's grayed out.
Yeah, so you can get all the giant. Yeah, you
It's
can
at
get
20.
all the
20.
four.
You got it at 15. You
Oh,
gotta make it 20.
where's the bigger?
That's what she said.
Make it bigger.
All but the wolf. No, all but the wolf.
No.
Oh,
think
you can get
we
the
can
wolf.
get it
too.
Yeah,
all.
yeah, you can get them all. Get them all. Do it. So he looks back at Demonicus, right? Horus does, and he's fumbling around in his bag before he casts his spell, and he goes bloop, and he drops a fireball down, and it blows up and freaking like burns more of these guys. A couple of them are probably gonna drop, and then he kind of slowly turns around, and he's got like a stick with a marshmallow on it, and he's like holding it below him, roasting it in the fireball, and he laughs.
Nice.
All right, here we go, boys.
You don't have the wolf.
Oh, you missed somebody.
It's the hill giant.
Oh
Roll,
yeah, missed the hill giant there. So.
roll on the hill giant before. Actually, roll damage, and then we'll take care of the hill giant.
Oh damn, I clicked him. Must not have worked. Okay, cool. I'll roll damage.
You think you clicked him twice. I saw him up there for a second, but he went away.
All right, so one of the dire wolves goes down. Go ahead and target the hill giant and
Untarget everybody else. Yeah.
untarget everybody else. Probably yeah.
Did you
Just
untarget everybody already, Carrie?
No, it should have done it. All those that made it. Oh, it takes half damage. No, I didn't untarget anybody.
Oh, it's only got you only have the hill giant target now, so you're good.
Yeah.
Do the same thing, sir.
So
Just
he
the
does. He does save. He like rolls one of these freaking ogres over on top of him that's
No,
burning.
he failed.
Oh, he does
failed.
fail, and the ogre catches him on fire even more.
Exactly.
And drop that damage on him. We'll just do separate. Oh, it was
2 points better.
2 points better. Yeah, the ogre caught him on fire by 2 more points. He's still up though. Anything else, Oros? He looks
Yeah,
pissed.
as a bonus action, I'm gonna move my hex to ogre. I'm sorry, direwolf 28.
All right, as you're doing that, ogre number 10 is what's he's like screw this, and I'm gonna take him out of the combat tracker as well. Round 5, he departs. The fire giant has spent the last 4 rounds actually, in quiet contemplation, but eventually he's gonna come back. Where will you be when he comes back? Ogre number 23 is like rolling around doing drop, stop, and roll, and he rolls over into these thorns and takes 10 points of damage or 10 feet of movement and stands up over there looking around, and he does have a javelin, and he chucks a javelin up at Oros.
You can give him 4 HP back. Is there an easy way for me to do that so I don't have to bother you every time, Drake?
Or you could just
No.
roll one less if it's more than one square, and just assume that's going to be your 2d4.
No,
Well, it
I've
won't
been
always
kind
go
of
off it.
I've been kind of fudging it, knowing he's rolling the d8 a little bit, so it's all right. I've been fudging
Okay,
how
fair
far
enough.
they're moving, what you should roll. Oh, he chucks a javelin up and like freaking like hits freaking Ulros because he's not really paying attention. He's got this freaking fireball smoke in his face, and he's got a schmore in his hand. And he like jabs him like in the lower freaking thigh area. A fence post comes flying up out of this fireball, doing almost maximum damage to Ulros. 15 points of damage as you absorb all but 2 points. So it like bursts and a couple of splinters stick in your calf.
I love those temps.
Yeah, they're 2-3 good hits. Marquette, you got this ogre breathing down on you. He's
I'll just stick him in the face with my rapier.
yeah. Since he's all alone, he felt like he just wanted to go to sleep on the job. So
48 points of damage.
so you like stick your rapier in like through his neck and then like wiggle it around and his head pops off. Pop and like thumps down the mountainside. Bing da bing da bing da bing da bing bing.
Through his eyeball.
Yeah, just finishes him off.
I fling it toward the fire. I'm like, hey, roast this.
Yeah, he's not even there yet, but when he comes back, he's gonna have like a big pile of bodies around him that you guys have been piling up.
Can I move to there? Do I have to climb down, up, whatever? Where?
No, it's easy enough. It doesn't even cost you any extra. So you can move another 5 if you want.
No, I don't want to move right up on the dire wolf just in case he decides to turn.
Just in
on
case
me.
he turns and snips at you.
All right.
Top of round 6.
Oh, no, that just was top of round 6. Now I'm next.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it popped down. Next on top of round, it's top of round 6.
So I'm trying to move to there where I have a straight line from ogre number 9 through ogre number 23.
Lightning bolt.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
no
it's
problem.
perfect. Look at that.
No problem. Even Ulros is up high enough that and it's straight up the shot. Yeah. Yeah. Only one that kind of is a little behind some cover is number 23 because he's behind a big ass freaking hill giant.
And every single
They
one
all
fails.
They all fail. Yeah, they didn't even see it coming. They're looking up.
What was
Right?
this?
Lightning bolt. That's freaking 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them. The one in the front and the one in the back, so it like creates some kind of like arc between the 2 of them, and they just go and bust into freaking dust.
This hill giant's like, what did I get myself
Yeah,
into?
he's like, oh,
The fire giant's going to come back and be all by himself. We're
Yeah.
standing around him. That down arrow.
dire wolf number 7. Where the hell is this Yahoo? Oh, there he is. Shit. Yeah, I think he's gonna run down this hill. I mean, let me roll. Let me give him a roll.
Fireballs, lightning bolts.
I mean,
2
yeah,
lightning bolt
come
went
on.
off in front of him, and he's a wolf. He's like, dude, I'm out of here.
Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
Well, I don't know. He just backs up. He comes running down the hill. He's not like running off, but he's doing that wolf kind of retreat and then look back to see what the hell's going on. Hill Giant number 38. Shit. Yeah, he's running.
Come get me, hill giant.
I'm gonna make him roll a acrobatics to see if he can even run as fast as he wants to down this hill. You know how you get running so fast that you fall over forward? That's what he's trying
Well, he
to
moves
avoid.
15 feet back out, so he might take enough to kill him.
That's true. Well, he's kind of gonna jump 5 feet. So give him 10. Just give him one roll, since you got a D8 in there. 9 points. Nope, not enough. I mean, he's bleeding. He's burnt. He's freaking been fried. He's got electrified. His hair's standing up. And
This guy's had a rough day.
and he makes his dexterity check. So I'm gonna allow him to move. What's their speed? 40. I'm gonna allow him to move 60, running down this hill. So he comes running up next to this dire wolf, and he says, "Flee!" in giant, for those that can understand him. Ogre number 21 is the sole survivor on top of the hill, except for uh, Ulros up there, who's been raining fireballs and shit down. And he's going to try to gracefully jump down this hill with his poor dex. Ogres aren't very dexterous, so he... Oh no, he doesn't make it. So I'm gonna have him roll it twice. Nope. So he's gonna take 3d6 falling damage as he goes like head, butt, ass, shoulder, side. Lands on his side, flips down to the next level, and ends up down here onto the valley floor down there. I mean, they are giants, so a 15-foot fall isn't that far for a giant, you know what I mean? But he still takes 11 points of damage, which does kill him. You hear his neck break as he hits the bottom. Theris.
All right, I'm going to.
Do you have a pork chop? You could get out of this.
I don't
with a
have
pork
any
chop.
arrows. I don't have any arrows left, so I'm going to drop my bow and.
We might have to go find a town to get this guy some arrows.
What? Do you have a light weapon on your belt?
I don't have any arrows in my quiver, so I'm going to drop my bow and I'm going to stab him with my short sword.
Yeah, you don't even have to drop your bow with that short sword pokey pokey. I'll let you hold it in your offhand and stabby stabby with your short sword.
Good.
You just can't shoot it, obviously. It's a little awkward. But as you stab this dire wolf right up into his shoulder area, he yelps in pain. As you spin it around, you slice open his front paw as he's trying to scamper away from you. Because it hoits. Ogre number 7.
I yell, take the tag off that thing.
Right? Ogre number 7
There's a lot of sessions like 1 through 4.
It's going to move 80 more feet off of the map, heading back towards the keep. We'll figure out if you guys are going to chase them down or not. Oros.
The hill giant ain't getting away. Oros ain't letting the hill giant get away.
All right.
Yeah.
Oros is going to nuke that hill giant.
You see ass and elbow heading down the hill.
Burnt, crispy ass and elbows.
Yeah, every now and then you can see sparks shoot out of him. Oh, you dropping a fireball down there? Oh.
No, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast.
Blast him. What's the range of that? Plenty, isn't it 90 or no 120?
120.
I think. If you take Spell Sniper, it doubles it. I'm like,
I know it gets.
I hit shit on the moon. I hit something off the moon. I just blast him. Oh, almost a fumble. So you blast him in the leg and knock him 10 more feet forward.
Well, if you want to, he doesn't have to push.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna ask. Oh, go ahead.
Let's take a look at it. I think it does say you push. It doesn't say you can. I think it says you push.
I don't have my book. Let me look it up.
I got it right here. Eldritch Blast. A beam of cracking, you make a range tag on a hit. The target takes 1d force damage.
It's not the Eldritch Blast spell itself. It's
it's one of your
Warlock Pact. Pretty sure you can choose.
Yo, Ulros, roll damage.
Well, roll damage. Yeah, if he dies, it doesn't really matter for flavor. Yeah. So he does fall 10 feet forward as you blast him forward and he falls over dead. And you can see the direwolf next to him looks pretty nervous and is gonna flee too.
I'm gonna hit one shot here on Direwolf 28.
So Oros like spins around and blasts another one out with his left hand at the one behind him. Smashes against his side. Blowing, you see like his ribs just form and blood splats out the other side of him as another hole appears in that dire wolf.
Dun dun dun. And then the last Eldritch Blast will go to Direwolf 7.
He's got his
I've got-
butt towards you.
See if we can get the trifecta.
Who just put the entire class of Warlock into the chat?
I've got it up, Carrie. You can push. You don't have to.
It says can. Cool.
Yeah, it literally says you can push the creature up to 10 feet away from you in a straight line.
Just crazy. I thought I just accidentally did something and dropped the whole knowledge of Warlock into the chat.
Caring is sharing.
I don't know who did that. I don't think it was me.
Did you click on the little white button on the top of your?
No, I was looking at the actual pack stuff. So
All right,
that's not even what
that's
posted.
3. Oros, you got one more, or are you done?
No, that's it. He's done.
No, that was 3. I'm good.
Thoris.
Alright, I move up to them and I just say, good day.
So you come running up the hill.
Hello.
And you're like,
Salutations, sir.
you got your
Welcome,
hands
we
on your hip and you're like, good day. Some flame still coming out of your mouth because you still got a little fire breath going. Good.
Have
A
you
little
heard
smoke
about the
anyways.
Book of Bahamut?
It's like, do you have time
Yeah,
to talk
yeah. I
about
mean, those characters that would recognize his holy symbol would easily do so. It's Bahamut if your character would know it, you know, for any reason. The god of dragons, good dragons. Anything else as you come up the hill?
I asked them, are there any more?
They're all like just like finishing looking. They're all looking this way as you come running up the hill. And
What happened to that big giant fire giant that was the big giant one that was up there? Because
He'll
I don't know what that means. Banished.
now, would your character know anything about banished?
No.
My character would, because me and Delmacos have been traveling for a very long time.
And
Yeah,
how
regular
very
dude.
long time has this character of Brant's been able to cast a 6th level spell?
That is actually a good question.
Wait, it's not a 6th level spell, is
It's
it?
a
It's
fourth
like a
level
4th
spell.
level. Yeah, for a little while, anyways.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah, for a little while.
I tell my kid, he sent the fire giant to another realm. He'll be back eventually, though.
Soon.
What's eventually?
Whenever he wants to. Like, whenever Domicos wants to.
Are you gonna move or anything more, Thoris?
Um,
Because we do have 4 more rounds until the giant actually does come back. So I'm just
yeah,
mechanically want to move it along.
yeah. Down there for now. If I actually be able to.
All right, so top of round 7. Let's see. Yeah, we're on 6 rounds that the giant's been gone. So as you come running up the hill, Thoris, you're like, oh yeah, he's gonna be coming back. You kind of think to yourself and scratch your head a little bit, and it's your turn again.
I was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I point to where he was banished earlier, and I say he'll be back.
So
And that was down like at the bottom.
he
of
like
the
points
map.
down
Yeah.
here somewhere.
Yeah, I think he was like right here.
You know exactly where it's at. I mean, you kind of got the sense, since you're concentrating on the spell.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember since it was last week.
And then I turn back around and start walking back. Or more jogging back.
He like runs up. Hey, what's going on? Is there any more? No. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a. Oh yeah, he's coming back. Let's go back down here, and you go running down the
You
hill.
got some party
Give me,
going.
You're gonna dash down this hill? Give me a dex
Yeah.
check. Let's see if you go. You do the old
Splat.
trip, fall forward because you're running as fast as you can down the hill. It's not that hard. You can write in chat. DC's 10. It's not that bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
If you fail by 5 or more, though, you're gonna take falling damage. No problem. You make it all the way down, no problem. You hop, skip, jump all the way down. Anything else? Bonus action?
I would, but I don't think I have anything extra. If I'll ready, and whenever the giant comes back, if I am in range of melee. Actually, do I know exactly
You
where the
can't
giant was?
ready. You use your action to dash. You can use a
Oh, yeah.
bonus. You can ready a bonus action to drop Hunter's Mark on him, maybe if he comes back. Theris.
All right, I'm going to. Is dropping concentration a free action?
Yep.
I'm going to drop spike growth concentration.
Did you calculate how much damage you did with that?
I did not. I don't know how to get rid of this circle.
A lot.
I click on it with both mouse.
Right click and erase. Is that working?
Here, I got it.
That's weird. Normally, when I try to make something else, it goes away, but I don't know if it was over 2 sessions. Anyways, so I'll drop that as a free action, and I'm going to pull out another quiver of arrows from my bag of holding. And leisurely walk along this ridge here.
Did you go through 20 arrows that fight?
No, but I hadn't refilled my quiver from before, which I should probably get in the habit of doing. I think I went through like 12. So move there and down there.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm only like 60 feet from these guys, so they can hear me if I speak, right?
Yeah, it's a little echoey, so you might have to speak up a little, but you
Okay.
might have to. No, you don't have
So
to yell, but
I tell them the fire giant is temporarily been banished, but he will return shortly. If we want to escape without fighting him, we can do that now, or we can set up to fight him when I bring him back.
Kill them all. It made one less fire giant at the main fort.
Okay, so
Word.
yeah, if you're gonna question somebody, it's probably not the fire giant to keep alive to question. I don't know if that's your
right,
tactic.
right. So I'm gonna actually move. Just to there, and I'm going to cast mirror image.
Does mirror image require concentration?
Good question. Let me look.
Because we'll have a fire giant to deal with if you do
It
that.
does not require concentration.
All right.
All right, so I'm casting it on myself. There's 2 effects. Which one do I push?
Hold on, let me get there.
I guess the second one. It's images 3, right?
Yeah, I must have an extension. Are you supposed to have 3? Illusionary duplicates are so move with you, maybe you're. Yeah, you have 3 duplicates.
Yeah.
You must roll a d6 or higher to change the attack. All right, you can read through that, but yeah, go ahead and apply that as your action, and you moved.
So
You're
down
90
here,
feet exactly from where the fire giant's gonna come up. You know that? You're like 90 feet. If I got anything.
and I
So if you
point
want to
to.
adjust by 5 feet forward, you can do so. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. 90 feet's fine. I point to where I kind of point to where it's going to be.
All right. Yeah. So he's pointing the way my arrow is
Right.
showing.
I'm like, Thoris, right over there, a little bit farther. Don't fall down the hill.
He's like,
Thanks.
whoa, I got it. I got it. Marquette.
You may want to drink a potion.
Almost full, don't
So
worry.
I will move back to and retrieve the light crossbow that I put on the ground over there. So let me see how far that is. That's right.
30 feet.
30, I pick it up and put it in my Heward Sandy haversack, and I move back this way 30 with my bonus action.
Uh,
There you go.
cool.
Down there. I'll be right back. I'll be
Yeah.
back in a sec.
Direwolf number 17 takes off. I mean, he's gone. He moves 100 towards the following the ogres and stuff. Oros, so he's 100. I give you an idea if you want to do anything. He is 160 from you. The direwolf running like
Yeah.
fast as he can away with his tail behind his
What's the
tucked
range
under
on
him.
Eldritch?
It's all right. Well, I'm not gonna go chase him down. I am going to ready in action. If I see something crazy like a fire giant pop up, I will hit him with Eldritch Blast.
All right, just to give you a range to roughly where you think is going to be is 105 feet. So you could easily hit him
Perfect.
from up there. So you kind of squat down behind the rock, or are you still up 30 feet in the air going,
Actually,
look at me, fire giant, look at me,
I may come down to. I'll come down
to the
from behind
ground?
that rock. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll get rid
okay.
of the 30.
All right, cool. Fire giant is contemplating on what he's going to have for dinner. Marquette, did you make it back? I'll give Marquette a turn when he comes back.
Yeah, he's
Huh? Oh, I'm not back. Thoras.
Hold on, he had to come downstairs real quick. He's running back up right now.
Those two we can adjust when they get down here. All right.
I
Yeah,
have 2 more rounds, right?
you are on round 9, so this is the last round.
All right, so we got to
Oh,
give.
well, there's
Marquette
one more
bonus
round, I
chance
think,
anyway.
Oh,
is the way
I'm
it
just
works.
gonna move 90 toward the part, 90 toward where we.
Yeah,
need to
go ahead
I
and
can
move
do
your
it safely.
token to wherever you want, and
Can I do it
I'll
safely
select.
down these rocks or no?
Well,
Or
the
do I-
safely would be like this way and then like this way. But yeah, cutting around the top. Are you gonna try to like jump and hop, or you're measuring?
No, I'm gonna safely go. That's 145. That's probably a little far.
We should have until round
Reset me.
11,
Can
right?
you
You
reset
got
me, please?
4 rounds.
My movement. Can you reset my movement, Carrie?
Yeah, you would just right click on your token and hit cancel move on the radio.
Didn't work.
$45. Yeah, you could probably get pretty damn close to the bottom. 90. He comes trotting down on his tiptoes, all stealthily, kind of light-footed. And Thoras, you got to go actually before. What are you doing?
I was my Domiko said that he's going to be like, oh, that's a much larger square than I thought it would be. He said it was going to be like about right here is where it spawned.
Right there.
Right there. Okay. I will move up to right there.
And give it some, hey, bada bada, hey, bada bada.
I'll ready an action to attack it once I see it.
Attack it with your big ass, who'd you call it? War pick?
Yeah, war pick.
All right. You can apply the ready to yourself. Theris. Oh, did you go, Brant? No, you didn't go. Brant didn't
No,
go.
not yet. My turn. I just yell out. It'll be 6 seconds. He'll be back.
He's coming. You can feel your bond connection weakening. that's maintaining him. You can tell the magic is expiring soon.
So
You're
does it
losing
end after
concentration.
my next turn or before my next turn goes?
Yes. I don't know. It doesn't happen that often that we actually get to the end of a spell that someone's concentrating on the whole time. So
It's
I
a
don't
free action
remember.
to cancel it, right?
It is.
All right. I'm still gonna.
You can ready a
Yeah, don't we
cantrip.
have
I
three?
mean, you
Looks
don't
like
lose
it.
anything readying a cantrip. At least you go, or you could dodge.
Yeah.
Don't waste your action, anyways.
Or don't we have 3 more rounds?
No.
Because he would have banished him on round 2, and it's 10 rounds.
Oh, I'm looking at. I was looking at his mirror image. Yeah, there's 4 more rounds. It's 4 more rounds actually.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
4 more rounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as
I
soon
was
as
thinking we
they're,
were on round
I
9.
tell him as soon as you're in position, I'll bring him back and we'll beat him down.
Yeah, he's like, I can hold the connection for a few more seconds, maybe 30 seconds.
Just
40.
don't stand between me and him.
How hurt does that paladin look? He was a little bloody.
The paladin looks wounded, but most of the blood looks like it's caking up on him. It's not, he doesn't look like he's got any open wounds or anything.
Lots of blood on him, but
Yeah.
okay. So I mean, I can see where the fire giant would be appearing from where I am right now.
Well, you saw that the batted wing guy is pointing to an area, and you see the dragonborn moving up, like here, yeah, right there. He's gonna come back right there. He's like, all right, I got him. Gonna batter up. He's like, batter up, and you see him leaning in towards the square, like he's gonna attack in front of him.
And if I'm not mistaken, the fire giant was still putting his armor on when I banished him.
Yeah, he was like, well, he's been thinking about it for the last few seconds that he should finish putting his armor on, but he can't. He's incapacitated. So yeah, he was like
Oh,
trying
so
to
they're
cinch
not in
it up.
another realm where they can do stuff. They're literally
They're
incapacitated.
yeah, they're incapacitated over there too.
Unicorns and rainbows.
He can think and
Yeah.
wonder what's going on, but he can't do anything useful.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's all good.
yeah. I mean, I
It's
guess
over.
I'll ready if I see the fire giant to shoot him.
All right, you got some nice fresh arrows out. They got that fresh out of the pack smell as you take it out of your bag of holding. Oros.
Sit and wait for the show to happen. Continue
You're
with
like-
my
I
ready
yell
and
back, hit me with that bless, dog.
down arrow. I forgot I have bless with this character.
I yell back, hit me with that bless.
Yeah,
G.
but Bless is only 60
We're
feet.
too far away.
Yeah, he's like
You
60.
can fly
He's like,
toward me a little bit. Like I'm
Man.
too far. I'm like fly toward me.
It's just one guy. How hard can he be, right?
you could get two. You could get
Uh,
2 people and yourself, if you wanted to. No, Marquette.
I hope Eldritch Blast. Just saying. Move to what would be, I think, the other side of where this fire giant would come out. I mean, I don't really even know, so I'm gonna move.
Well, you got a pretty good idea because
Right
Thoris,
there.
he's the batted guy's telling you move up a little bit further if you ask. No, closer. So you get
Is
a
that
pretty good idea.
He's a 3x3 Tains. This would be right where my arrow's at.
Yeah, well, I don't see you didn't move your guy, so
Okay, so right there. And I ready to.
Oh no,
stick.
that's me, man.
Oh, I didn't mean to move you.
well, don't drag the green token, drag the blue one then.
All right, there we go.
I ain't coming that close.
Yeah, no problem over there. You
And
can ready too, yeah.
I ready
Yeah.
to stick this dude.
We're not playing with any flanking rolls, but that's kind of what you guys are getting. Theris.
Hey, ready a shot.
All right.
right.
Are you getting ready
So-
to drop it?
They're all ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Looks
I'm
like
gonna,
it looks like a good time to drop it.
I'm gonna drop it, and as soon as he pops up, I'm gonna lightning bolt his ass.
Oh, hold on.
casting as a
Can I
fourth level
clarify
spell.
my ready?
You said you're gonna
Can
ready,
I ready
a sharpshooter. or
I
something?
would shoot after Marquette gets his chance to stick him.
No, you would shoot in order that you readied.
Okay,
Which I'm
well,
ahead
fair
of
enough.
him,
It
so
works
that's
out the
fine.
same.
Yeah, it's
I'm
me.
ahead.
and
Okay,
my
yeah,
dad.
it works out.
If that's the same, then cool. But just clarifying. All right, so you see this like portal fading in this like area starting to appear, and you're looking and you don't. It doesn't look like a giant's coming. Instead, you see a small monkey.
What?
Yeah, it's a small monkey. He's not wearing pants, and he's got a boiler hat on.
What
And
the fuck is this?
he bends over and he takes a shit into each one of his hands, and flying out from him in a streamline magic missile poo hit to Damikos and Theris as you both get splattered by Clyde, the poo slinging monkey from Engorgio in the chat. So
What the
Engorgio purchased
fuck?
Clyde, and there he is slinging poo at you. And if you had Sirenscape going, Brant, you would hear the music. It's funny.
Oh, okay. It's great.
The boiler hat makes it.
I know, right? All right, that's from Engorgio. You can thank him later. He loves to throw poo at the characters in chat.
Aiden, check your
Thank you.
your chat.
And you're starting to see the giant fade back as he drops banishment. And who was readied first?
Me.
Thoras. So you see this
I read it a
fire
while
giant
ago.
fading
Check.
in. Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't your turn yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're good.
Okay. Time to hit it.
Yeah, you can take one swing at him since you readied. Oh, nice hit too. You hit through his armor. Oh wait, I need to. What the hell happened again? Chat got blown up. Let me do something real quick. You can go ahead and roll damage, but I need to give him an effect real quick. But you can go ahead and do your damage.
I'm gonna use my 3rd level spell slot to
Do some
extra
smite love.
divine smite for. What would happen if I added another one? Because I'm doing basically double divine smite. Would I get 2 extra d8?
I don't know. What does it say?
The effect is plus d8 radiant damage, and I'm doing a 3rd level, which is extra 2 d8.
So when you pick up your damage, you add 2 more d8 to it, and then you drop your dice damage onto the chat. So you didn't do that? You need to roll more damage? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just need to roll 1 more or 2 d8. That was 2 extra. I need that extra damage.
40 points, nice.
28 plus, where's he at? Yep, nice. Not 4, 40, there it goes. And that was your ready to action. So you jib and you give in some holy, just your divine smite. What is that? Dragon roar or something? Is that what it sounds like? Divine smite.
Yeah.
Was it
Swan.
Theris that was next with his bow on
Nope,
top of the
me.
hill?
It would have been Marquette next.
Oh, so Marquette, he leans back from this hit, and Marquette's right there, and Marquette, you see like his armor kind of open up, and you just jab your rapier up under his freaking like lower freaking buttocks, and you just jab it up into his ass cheek. 42
40
points of damage.
44.
44 points of damage. Yeah! He hops up into the air and he looks down at you. He's like, "Ugh." And then he meets.
No, I did 40. I did 44. This giant's like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
he looks at Demonicos up there, and then he looks around. He's like trying to get his bearings as he's fading back in. The sword's still like hung over his shoulder, and his armor is still hanging off of him. He's got a minus 4 to his armor class too, because his armor's all floppy. Theris, ready to
Am
action,
I
right?
able to use sharpshooter here or just regular attack?
Had you declared it, yes.
Okay, fair enough. learn for the future.
Yeah, I even asked, are you using sharpshooter?
Did you really?
I did.
They did.
Hmm. He did? I did not hear that at all.
No,
My
it's
bad.
because we were clarifying something, and I don't think you heard me ask. So
Fair
13
enough.
points of
That's okay.
damage. Ping! It like bounces part off of his armor a little bit. Doesn't get a good bite. Ping! But it does damage him as it slides across his chin, and he looks back at you, and he looks like he's mad or getting scared, one or the other, and we're about to find out why. Dama, so as a free action, you dropped it. What are you doing this round, Brant?
I'm hitting him with a 5th level lightning bolt.
Just blasting him in the chest with it from
Yep.
what? I think you got to take one step forward too for
Nope,
special
I'm
effect.
not. Okay,
Just
one step forward.
you're just like
I
as you.
fly forward one, and then I cast the spell.
Oh yeah, so you like would you flap your wings a little bit, and
And he
he
fails.
doesn't even see it coming, and it just bounces off his freaking metal armor, and you see it shoot across his chest,
How do
and
I
it
make
goes
it
up his sword.
10d6?
You pick up the damage, and then you right click and add another die each time you right click it. So however many you want, and then drop it. He stumbles back. He's still standing there. Smoke's coming out of his armor. Anything else?
That's all really I can do.
Thor has. You're like, oh yeah, yeah. You
He
got
ain't
all
even
your
had a
attacks
chance to
now
go
too.
yet.
Yeah,
Poor
he was
lad.
just ready.
What's that?
That's why the ready
Listen, the
worked.
poor giant
worked
hadn't had a
good.
chance to go yet.
I'm
Yeah, no.
attacking. Oh, I get 2 attacks now this time.
You get your full round. Yeah, it's a no ready. What do you get? And you hit it, you like cut open his armor a little bit like it's an aluminum can, like a tuna fish can. You're prying on it. You dig your freaking pick in there.
Use Divine Smite once more on 2nd level.
You get that dragon sound goes off as divine energy stabs into him. He's like, you see like ribs and stuff as the flesh is burned away.
I'm gonna attack him again.
And again, you like freaking jab your freaking pick in there and you pry on it some more and you like catch him under one of the ribs and you pick the pick back and bend it back.
I'm gonna
See
do
if you can
2nd level
pop
Divine
that
Smite
rib out of
again.
there. Oh, another divine spike. The dragon growls again. And he's like mortally wounded. He staggers back. He's like, ugh. You see him throw his hand up as he kneels down and he goes, I surrender.
I'm the only one who understands that, right? Or does
No, he says it loud enough in common that everyone can hear. Ulros.
Dre?
Sorry, I forgot. I had to push the button to talk.
So you see him, he's going down on a knee, he's throwing up his hands, and you hear him say, with agonizing breath, I surrender. Blood's coming out of his mouth and shooting. Either he surrenders or he's dead.
I yell. I don't know if I speak giant, but it doesn't matter. I speak common, and he can
He said it in
understand.
common.
He said it in common.
And then I said, you should have considered the town before ravaging it. And I cast Eldritch Blast.
Those were my friends. And you freaking hit him right in the freaking eyeball. You see him stagger back and.
Look at him, he got the kill steal.
I know, right?
Points. That's the
11
deadliest
Well,
thing
if I
you've
did
ever done
one
in your
more
adventuring
damage.
career. That's some bullshit.
Oh, he had 1 hit point left.
I
Yep.
got 1 extra.
Are you serious? Just one?
One hit point.
One hit
That's
point
when he surrendered at 1 hit point. As you guys did a great job at defeating this caravan.
Poor fire giant.
All right, so I'm going to pull you guys out of combat. And I'm going to unlock your tokens if you feel like moving around this map for any reason. And you guys can do a little bit of role play if you want. Introduce yourselves to one another, however you want to play that out.
So what? Why are you here?
Well, we met this bard
Brad,
back in
Brad got
town,
that
and
reference.
Why?
this bard asked me the same thing, and then he left.
Yeah, you
Uh,
guys have had a couple of weeks to come up with some kind of story for your
yeah, well,
characters,
I
but
mean,
have you taken any time? Aiden hasn't even given me his 3 magical items he wants yet,
Oh,
you
so
did
yeah.
that last week, you dork. What the hell?
I've given you
You
like
even
5
wrote them
explanations.
down.
I did, yes.
Type them in Discord and give them to the dungeon master.
Okay.
before the game. It's all that you have to do.
I swear to God, it's just like your homework.
Not like 10 minutes before the game either. Like any time other than the day of the game. All right.
So just backstory is my guy is a tiefling wizard, and I owe a life debt to the dragonborn paladin who is on a holy quest to stop the giants from doing something. What were you doing, Aiden?
From like burning down the entire fallen sea or sea of fallen stars.
Right. So he's on a holy quest to kill giants, and what? He did throw another interception. Yeah,
What?
another interception for Cleveland. The defensive lineman got it. So, and since he saved me, and so I'm on I owe a life debt to him. That's where that
If you banish that guy, you won't have a life debt anymore. You can just leave. No, I'm just kidding.
is.
I like what you're implying there, mister.
Plus, I don't like
he is
giants either.
native to
So
this plane, though. Unfortunately, you can't
I
banish him
kid,
forever.
I kid.
Although
Well,
the
listen,
tiefling might be able to be banished forever. I don't know. He may not be of this plane. You don't always know with those guys.
well, we have some friends that were captured by the giants. We had tracked them down here after they ravaged a couple of villages, and then we had some friends that have been captured. They're actually in the lower part of the fortress there. We could use some assistance helping to recover them. I noticed you cast a lot of spells. Are you able to? I don't know how many spells you have, but do you think we can approach that today, or do we need a day of rest?
I definitely need a day of rest.
It depends on what kind of spells you need me to cast.
Well, Elementor, I don't know how many spells you have and what you can cast, so I mean, I don't really know. That's more up to
I
you.
mean, are
I
you
would
going
say,
for a sneak
Uh,
in
the
and escape, or are we going for a blast the front doors down?
well, we're attacking a fortress, so I would assume that you might need to have more higher level spells, because like little spells like frostbite, I think I saw you cast when I was up on the hill there. I think that was what that spell was. I've seen that before. Yeah, that ain't really gonna cut it.
Man, get off my frostbite. That's 3d6.
it's fine. It's fine. The Dragonborn guy said, "Hey, I'm a little bit tired. I got hit a lot. Want to take a rest, right?"
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
We have a cave that
Okay.
we've kind of niched out that's a little bit of a hike from here, but it might be advisable to retreat back to there. Those ogres that got away probably will warn that one of their caravans were attacked, I would assume.
Yeah.
Anything of
The
value in
Can
the
we-
caravan?
Can we? Yeah, I was gonna say, can we quickly look at this caravan?
Oh yeah, when they're looking
the
prisoner cart?
the prisoner cart is currently empty. You do find a set of keys for that prison cart on one of the hill giants. But it's empty. The front 2 wagons are empty. There's only a couple of barrels in the total in the first 2 wagons, and it's barrel of mead, of you know of alcohol, of beverages.
Yes, of course.
The
Oh,
last
the dwarves
wagon
would like
is
that.
full of metal for making smelting stuff. Is there any? There's no dwarves in the party now, so they all look. You guys all look at it and go, "It's metal." We don't know what they do with
The
it.
dwarves would like this, but I don't. We don't have any horses.
Yeah, you like the dwarves would like all this metal, but I don't know what the
Can you
giants are
guys
doing with
summon
it.
anything? Summon a horse or anything?
There's there's no arrows lying around at all.
Well, there's at least half of yours, so you can get those back.
All right.
Uh,
All right. Fair enough.
and no, nobody had any arrows. There's a bunch of javelins and some boulders.
So we'll do a quick search of everything, just to see if there's anything worth value with these guys.
It looks like the fire giant's armor might have been worth something had it not been like shredded. It was like some nice giant armor, but you're like, we can make a VW bug out of it. What do you do with a giant's armor? You can't
Is
wear it. It didn't look
is there anything?
magical.
Right. I asked the mages. Is there anything magical that we should be aware of?
The fuck! I thought I had
Well,
detect
let
magic.
me interject quickly. I'll suggest that I can cast Pass Without Trace if we want to go back to the cave. We should start walking maybe away from where we're going, and then I'll cast it, and we can circle around back to Hider
That
tracks.
was a ritual detect magic. Yeah, you don't want me to sit here in a
I gotta
ritual,
vacate
right?
like 2 minutes.
Well,
It's 10
ritual's
minutes,
10
right?
minutes, so you
Yeah,
guys,
just
if
10
you want to
minutes.
cast detect magic, I think you guys are going to be here for about 10 minutes. So
Do you think 10 minutes? I mean, if these guys ran off and got help, we could be in trouble here in a minute.
Yeah,
10
but then
minutes,
you guys
yeah,
don't
but they're
talk.
600 feet away. Blah blah
Okay.
blah. I mean, you guys got 10 minutes. That's it. So you look around, you grab up anything that looks valuable, you kind of move it all towards the wizard's like, move it all here, and I'll see if it's anything's magical. And you'll scan the area, cast detect magic as a ritual, and you don't find anything magical except for on the hill giant, or the fire giant. What does he have that's magical? Oh, he's got a couple of potions.
Potions are good.
They're random potions that I got to roll.
Like
Let's say
three
they're
tables.
both. Let's say they're both potions of greater healing. So there's two potions of greater healing on the fire giant. So who needs those? Who wants to carry those instead of
I
putting them
will
in
take one.
chat?
I'll take one.
So yeah, y'all two just mark one on your character sheet because I think you probably already have some, don't you?
I don't
I
have a
don't
greater
think
healing.
I might.
Neither neither one of you have a potion of greater healing. All right,
I never got any. It's a new character.
let me. Yeah, I think I got it coded for you, but in the
It's
actions, but you
coded. I
probably
mean, I could
yeah.
just type one out real quick. But
No, I'll drag them on there, because the chat gives them out too. But the ones in chat you have to use right away. They're instant.
oh, I got you.
Greater healing. Let me throw. Where's the party sheet? I'm just gonna throw them in party sheet. You guys can grab them. Why am I lagging? Come on.
It is kind of laggy.
Somebody
Yeah,
disconnecting or
same
something?
here.
Somebody loading
No,
books?
I'm not. Although it's been laggy for me all night. I thought it was
It's
just
popping
me.
all kinds of crazy around right now.
Let me ID those two. All right, there they are. Two potions of greater healing from the giant. And he did have some money. I'm gonna say he had a couple hundred gold pieces. So, and there was some other loot in the party sheet for whatever reason. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of there. 64, 120 gold for something. I don't remember. All
Tell me,
right.
God, I'm gonna rob this guy Thoris. He's got 5,100 gold on him,
I do.
according to the sheet. Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh,
Yeah, because
oh,
you didn't
okay.
buy any of your gear yet, dork.
Yeah. There's nothing to buy.
You could have bought potions and stuff from the player's handbook.
Oh,
That's what you're supposed to do with that money.
I got 100 potions of healing
Yeah,
because
right.
they're 50 gold piece. We're good.
Okay,
All
so
right. So you're gonna go back to the cave?
correct.
All right. I'm gonna clean this map up since we're done with it. Delete the tokens and. All right, so it's 4 hours back to the cave. What time of day was it that you guys came out here? I think it was
Well, it was
10
4 hours to
o'clock.
get here too. So
I think you guys got at 10. For some reason, I remember. Let's look at the calendar here. It says
Well,
10 a.m. was.
we traveled to the Steeding, which would have put us around noon, and then Tane explored it for X number of minutes, and then we went and attacked this caravan. So it's probably, if we get back to the cave, it would be more like 4 to 6 p.m.
So let's call it 4 p.m. at the cave. And you're using pass without a trace, and some of you can fly and all that kind of jazz. So I don't think you're going to have any trouble evading the giants. You know, if they're coming after you, they're going to have to really, really roll lucky, like massive lucky. So
If
you
you're
get
out of
back to the
combat, you can't
cave.
target people, Carrie?
If you're out of combat, you can't target people? Yeah, in the combat tracker.
It's not letting me. I'm like control left clicking, and it's not letting me do anything.
Control left clicking on who?
The whole party, including
Oh,
myself.
you must have a bad connection. I see Theris targeting you just fine.
Yeah, it still works.
Yeah, it won't let me do it.
So do you need help?
If you could do it for me,
Yeah.
once we get back, unless something happens, we're gonna take an hour rest. I'm gonna do Inspiring Leader.
Hey, what are we doing now? Are we taking
You're gonna get a full
short
rest.
Okay, before we take a full
So
rest, I'm gonna cast a few spells.
yeah, you guys
I'm
get
gonna
back to the cave, no problem. So you can cast whatever spells you
okay.
want.
I'm gonna throw down 2 guardians while we rest.
2 guardians, okay. Do you want to describe them? What they look like?
Sure, it's just laggy. I'm scrolling down to describe them. The Guardians of Faith. They last for 8 hours. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space. Basically, they're just as huge spectral guardians that will attack anything that's hostile to myself or the party.
Are you gonna put them outside the cave entrance or like in the front
I'm gonna
room? Remember there was 2 rooms. You had the front room where the fire was at, and the cave entrance came in, and then you had the back room where you
yeah.
guys can all sleep.
I'm gonna put one in the front, the back, and then one where we're sleeping.
Oh, you can put 3?
I have 3 4th level slots I didn't use.
And they don't each require any kind of concentration or anything?
No, sir.
Cool.
It's a 1 action, 30 feet, 8 hours.
Nice. Just jumping down. What do these
Exactly.
things look like? I mean, what do you make them look
I
like?
don't know. I
You'd have
think
to
I
think on
would
that.
picture them to be like, kind of a cleric looking thing with holy light.
Cleric. Cool. Anything else anyone wants to do before I dump this long rest to you guys? Because you guys are going to get it. You're going to take it.
No, in the morning I'll do Inspiring Leader, but I don't need to do that now because it'll just reset.
All right, so you guys spend the night at that cave. It's pretty safe here. Anything you guys need to discuss? We can assume that you might have done so here. Any information that you think Demikos and Thoros needs to know?
We regale with them our tales of our exploits in Salt Marsh.
Eh, I've seen better.
I think that's just insulting yourself.
Dwarf sounds pretty stupid.
He was pretty terrible.
That's part of our social distancing badge. Thank you very much. I don't want to have to remake this badge. We'll see if these new guys can make the cut for
Wait,
social
what
distancing.
badge?
It's like the Cowboys. Rookies have to earn the star.
Exactly.
They all have badges. So did the 2 dwarfs that
Oh, that's right.
Marquette made. Fancies. He's gonna have to scribble some off and then draw some shit in. I can make this
know.
guy look. I can make this dwarf look like a dragon. Come on, let me give him a beak.
I put some little ears on him,
Yeah.
little horns on Ragnar's head, and a little tail coming off his ass.
All right, so what's the plan then?
Well, I
Well,
also tell them everything we know about the keep. Um, there were some big, really heavy duty giants there, and I don't know if they've left or they're still there. But I tell them about the cloud giant and the storm or stone giant, and I mean, there were some big boys there. I don't know if we sneak in, um,
Definitely.
or we just
I
try to
asked
ball out and pull some of the stuff out.
Damikos, are you able to cast invisibility?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my point of view here is last time we sort of got a problem of we got trapped in a small space and they were able to surround us. I mean, at least personally, I can hit them from long range, and if they come out into the open, then we can at least, I don't know, manage that, I guess, or I don't know. My vote would be to not get too close and tight with them because that's where they shine.
Well, they
Remember,
can also hit you from range.
they throw a hell of rock too. So, um, and that one giant moved fast. He was flying fast.
I can
Yeah, I
banish
mean,
him.
if we could get to the front, like if we could get close enough to the front door that I can throw like some spike growth down on that front door, in theory they'd have to run through that to get to us, sort of thing.
They can just throw
And
boulders
then,
at us.
well, but as long as we're far enough, like
Hey, Oros, how'd that boulder feel to hit you in the face?
Meh.
I can drop spike growth at 150. They can't throw boulders that far. From
Yep.
from the times we've fought the hill giants, they get some disadvantage after like 60 feet or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know. I almost think somewhat being in a closed area where only certain ones can approach us would be we can fight them one or two at a time, as opposed to where we had an issue where we were in a courtyard and then out in the open they were able to get to all of us. But you guys casting spells and arrows, you could be behind us if we're pickled in a doorway or a hallway. Would be, I think less could get to us. I mean, they could line up freaking whatever they have in the fort all on the top of there throwing shit at us, man. Them boulders hit, they freaking do like half hit points of damage.
I think I could shoot people in that watchtower before they could hit me.
Okay, you can. So me and Thoros will play some tiddlywinks on the ground while you guys are doing that. I mean, if you guys want to stay at max range and blow things up, me and Thoros will hang out in the wood.
What's the count of giants and supporting cast that you saw in there last time?
There's at least a couple of hill giants left that we know of, if not more. Some ogres, a bunch in the kitchen. There's a stone giant, a chieftain, a bear, a sub chieftain chick, and then a cloud giant that can fly at like 90 around. That cloud giant could fly out and literally wreck our house out here too.
Which you
I
didn't
mean, I guess
see the cloud giant last time you were in there.
we did. What do you mean he flew? What do you mean he flew up?
You went back.
When you went back, you didn't see him.
Oh, I didn't see him. They could have left too. I don't know. I really don't know.
I said we just go blow it up. What do you think, Doris?
Blowing it up would be kind of hard because they would just sally out.
No, I mean just go through the door and start killing people. I mean that's what your paladin would want to do, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely what he would want to do.
Yeah, that's what our vote. Let's go through the door and let's blow them up.
We just have to make sure we choke point them.
You guys already killed all the wolves. We just killed a whole shit ton of giants and a fire giant and a caravan. So what could they possibly still have in there? It's probably a skeleton crew, the chieftain, and save your two friends.
I think we should at least sneak in and get inside instead of walking across 600 feet in the open like we're the big baddies. Let them know we're coming. I think we should at least try to get in there stealthily, and then we can kind of apprise the situation at least.
Okay, well we can go invisible. Um, how far is it from the edge of the woods to the door that we would go into?
600 feet.
Well, I could dimension door one person with me for 500 of it.
And the visibility. Let's see what today's going to look like. The forecast today is. See if it's raining or what. If you got any cover. Pick up dice. Pick up these dice. Roll those dice.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
It's actually foggy. It's a little foggy, so you do have some concealment. Depending on what time of day you guys do this, what do you guys think? At noon, you're gonna have the least amount of concealment.
I think early morning.
Well, early morning's not possible because it takes you 4 hours to get there.
Oh. Then evening.
So evening.
Nighttime.
Nighttime ain't no time to be outside near the Great Hall because there's somebody coming for you.
Yeah, I think we get to the edge of the woods and we hang out there until dark and then go in.
Well,
Make
the
a
problem with
plan.
that is most
Make a
of
plan.
us.
You guys got to want to get up close and like scout it out. Like try to do
Yeah,
like a
that's a
stealth
good idea.
mission and kind of do a perimeter check of it and scout it out, at least half of it. Like,
I think that makes sense.
Sure. Well, the problem with nighttime is me and Marquette can't see.
What do you
well,
mean you
no,
can't
this would
see?
be during the day.
Dragonborn
You
have night
guys go
vision?
up there and
Nope.
kind of scout it out before the sun goes down and make a plan. Go see what's going on.
So my goggles at night are still on back order, apparently.
All right, so you guys have been gone for almost 24 hours by the time you get back here. Um, they still have guards out. You can still see guards on all of the entrances into the compound. You can't tell if there's guards inside the courtyard or not, guarding those doors. But Marquette's fairly easy that you could get inside the courtyard, but he snuck around last time and there was not guards on the. Can you guys see the map okay?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
these doors back here inside the courtyard, there were no guards on. So he kind of scampered over the roof and dropped down in the courtyard and then went in and snuck around. He knows that the king and queen, the last time he was in, are in this room down here. The king and queen were in here talking. This is the king's bedroom here. And this is his kitchen over here. This was like an armed room with weapons in it. He didn't go into this area at all here. This is barracks. I think you guys killed the hill giants and stuff in there. You killed a bear down here. These are more barracks and stuff over here. You guys kind of went through those. You never run into the kitchen. There was a lot of activity in the kitchen, but there's a party going on in this great hall. Tane did not go through the great hall, I don't think. Did you when you were there last time? No. But he did go through the pantry over here inside the kitchen and went down these stairs right over here. The ones that go down, and that's where he said he moved around downstairs into a large underground cavern, and he found a locked door, and behind that door was a hallway with a bunch of cells, and he heard the dwarves' voices down in the cells. But those cells were guarded by bugbears, and he heard all kinds of other movement, even some mining going on down below. But he didn't investigate fully and came back knowing that the dwarves were at least alive 24 hours ago.
So they guards at all the doors, you said, right?
Yeah. Hill giants. I'm sorry, ogres. They're ogres. So they're not like super guards. But there are two guards in the watchtower, and they are hill giants, and they do appear to be attentive. Excuse me. Now, these doors during the day are open. These back doors. You do see the two ogres, but you can see that they've gotten about 4 wagons and a prisoner wagon out there, and it looks like they're loading stuff up. Are you guys gonna like explore that? You want 'cause 600 feet away. You might have to.
I tell Marquette to make sure that your friends aren't in there.
can't just walk in there. I have to be invisible and all
Well,
sorts
that's
of
what.
shit.
Once we start going, we invisible. Make sure your friends are there.
Well, you guys were planning on going in the evening, right?
Well,
But
not if
when
they're
you're
loading the dwarves up in a cart right now.
you can't
Sounds like
tell.
a fireball.
You can't tell. You're 600 feet away and it's foggy. Although it's not
Could,
quite as foggy because it's afternoon.
we could
If you
ambush this
guys want to
man that
give me a
leaves.
group perception check at 600 feet, I'll take that into account and have you roll it.
Actually,
Or if you move up closer using some stealth, I'll make that DC lower.
Why don't you go check it out, Tane?
I'll go up. I'll stealth up and then try to
Be right back.
Well,
So
I'm pretty sure the
before we do
ranger
that,
could go with you just as easily and stealth up, staying, like 100 feet away from you. You guys could kind of get two angles at the view and easily do it without even rolling. So yeah, that's not a problem. So you guys move up and investigate. It looks like they're loading up all kinds of arms and armory. You do see that there is one dwarf in the wagon, manacled to the floor, and it's um, what are the two dwarves' names? I already forgot.
Radgar and Zagros.
It's Zagros that's chained to the floor. You don't see Ragnar. And the gate's open. The back doors are open to the cell currently. And how long are you guys going to watch for? You guys had to get, like, to see all that, you had to get, like, 300 feet away. Like, in some thick brushes and stuff. Like, there should hide behind, like, a small mound of rocks. How long are you going to watch for?
We'll see if they bring the other dwarf out. Like maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes? You can see that they're loading in what looks like some orcs into the wagon as well. Slaves, like. And the dwarf doesn't seem to be too pleased about it.
Which dwarf is it? Mine?
Zagros.
Zachris.
Oh.
I would definitely not be pleased.
They're like squeezing him in on you, dude. Yeah, well, he is. You don't get to play him no more. I get to.
Just
No,
don't
I
kill him.
will. I will ask you for your assistance.
Yeah, just don't kill him too quickly.
I do not kill anybody. The story
Mm.
might, but I don't do it. I'm just the story.
Well,
If it's written in the story that if they capture you and you die, then that's what happens.
we could technically jump this caravan on the way out. Try to venture him, as opposed to hitting the keep while they're loading it up and attracting the whole fort. We could thin it out more. Or do we want to hit it at once?
Well, you're up there. We're not, right?
Right. These are my thoughts running through my head. I will inform you what we see when we get back, so then we can make that decision.
Where are the voices in your head?
Yeah, you guys, 30 minutes. That's about all you can make out.
So I let them know
Weapons
what
getting loaded, and they don't look like they're in a huge hurry. There are several hill giants in this area. They're
How
not
many hill giants have we
standing
seen? Have
guard.
we seen any of the? Did we
You
see any of the bigger
see,
giants?
let's see what all you probably see around still. You're assuming that the chief and his girlfriend and the cave bear are still inside. You haven't seen them. You do see that there are uh, milling about. You figure there's about 10 ogres. Uh, there is a stone giant still. And it's about 2 o'clock. That's about all you see. You haven't seen the cloud giant.
Or we could hit the
Oh,
keep
and
after
the
the
hill
wagon.
and the hill giants. You would see at least 3 hill giants. Maybe 4,
My
you're not sure. They all look the same at 300 feet.
my my assumption would be that they would send out some kind of escort with us, which would thin out what's in the keep a lot more. but then we might lose Zagros eventually because they're going to take him away. So
Yeah, I mean the group's going to want to save Zagros. That's sort of like a clear and
My character will
objective.
just relish any opportunity to kill giants.
So I mean, we could
Thoros.
hit the caravan on the way out, kill it off, and then kind of evaluate from there.
I like that plan. Let's do it.
I'm down.
We don't know which direction they're going to go. Will they go back up through that pass where we had them before? Or?
That would be very fortuitous. It's a
like-
great ambush spot, and the DM already has a map.
They just like walk up, see
Yeah, that is a good spot.
20 corpses of giants and ogres.
Now
Yeah, right.
you're assuming that what's ever going on in this area may not just be the hill giants, right? I mean, your characters do understand that, right?
What do you mean?
Right.
You don't think this is the whole army that came through down here, this steeding. You think there was lots more giants involved.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking that we're going to see the doors split. One is going to go away. We don't know where they're going to go, and one we assume is still a prisoner down there. So if we don't, we kind of like can get the one that's going away,
Well,
save him hopefully.
let's say for a moment that this escort leaves at dawn. I mean at dusk, right? And you guys attack the keep. How long do you think it would take you to clean out the keep, realistically?
While probably.
What's a while? I mean, 10 combat rounds to clean out the top level, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe 15. And then you've kind of explored the top level, and then go down below and see what's going on down there. Free the dwarf. Empty the bottom level that it took you guys an hour to do the top level, maybe? So
Well,
you're
let's say
looking at a couple of
2
hours that these guys would have ahead of you if you let them go and then followed them.
Right. I mean, it's not like we could follow them. It's not like they're going to be.
That's what I'm saying. The best case scenario, unless something dramatic happens, they'd be like a couple hours ahead of you.
I mean, there's a thought process too. You guys want to hit the keep when it's thinned out with these people, whoever's going off for an escort, and then we can trace down where the other dwarf went.
Yeah, we could do that. I think our party is a little bit stronger than it was before.
It's a little bit different.
You have a second spellcaster.
Correct. Who's a true spellcaster?
Or an extra 1.5 spellcaster, I guess. Because there's me.
All right, well, let's take a break. I got to pee. I want to get a fresh drink. So let's take a 10-minute break. You guys, when we come back, we'll finalize a plan and get to it. Maybe we'll get some more combat going. Yeah. So I'm going to start a timer for 21. Let's do 21:59, so I don't have to change to 21.
All right.
Sounds good.
So
I'll have to.
while people are still here for a second, just my 2 cents on this. I feel like I don't know that we would want to risk losing one of our compatriots.
this table button. Bring the players back. Hey, we're done with our break, and the players have decided they're going to have their characters go kick some giant ass. All right, so yeah, the wagon has not left yet. So you guys, I'm kind of imagining that you guys are not quite towards. Let's bring up that image again, if I can. No, it got broke. Let me go find it. But the steeding, the pass that they came through is on the backside. Where you guys Wolverined them down there, and you guys blasted them, and that's you guys are pretty sure. You think that that's the route they're going to take. You're pretty sure of it. It doesn't look like wagons can move easily the way you guys go because of there's a river that way and that's the way they came from. You think that the troubles that you guys really haven't heard a lot of troubles, but the giants were moving north generally from after they hit the shore in Ghost Marsh, they went north. Um, so you know that Zagros was chained inside of this caged square box caged, um, and the squares are about I don't know 8 inches or so, iron on top of a heavy duty wagon pulled by ogres. The ogres weren't like harnessed or anything yet. They were just kind of milling about. Actually, the ogres were probably sitting down resting. Like eating stuff, and because they're pack mules basically for these giants. Um, And the doors to the keep were open, those two back doors, and there was like arms and armor that had already been loaded into both of the. There's 3 wagons total, and then the cage thing. So there's 4 total vehicles. So you're going to have at least 8 ogres to pull all that. Maybe more to pull the caged one because it's full of freaking orcs and a dwarf. Um, You didn't quite get close enough to, I'm only imagining you got close enough to get a general impression. Does anyone want to get even closer and like take even a closer look, like within 100 feet or closer? It's going to require some time. We can't hear you, Buck.
I can try to get closer. I think I'm stealthy enough to do it.
Do you want to like what's your purpose of getting closer? What do you want to investigate? You're only going to have a brief time, like maybe 10 minutes to sneak in, kind of or you're going to risk really getting spotted because they're milling about. They're not just, the guards are kind of patrolling a little bit in the area.
I guess if they don't think there's anything worth seeing, I mean, I don't have to get in closer.
Well, I
If
mean,
we're
if you go closer, I may tell you there might be something, but what is your character? Does he want to move up a
Well, I
specific
want to see if
reason?
they're bringing Ragnar out because we still don't know. You know what I mean?
Did you want to try to get a message to Zagros or anything? See if he's even conscious? I mean, you can't quite even tell. He's not really moving around much.
Get something real quick.
Well, I think what our thought was to ambush the caravan as it was leaving the steading. So not like completely out, but sort of like halfway out the doors and then jump them, sort of thing.
Well, the caravan's not inside; it's outside the keep. The doors are open, but the wagons aren't inside there. They're out in the yard. They're
Yeah,
out
the
here.
yard like 22, right? Oh, they're outside the doors?
Yeah, yeah, outside the
Oh, I
doors.
thought they were like in 22 area.
No,
Oh.
those doors are open, but the wagons and all are outside, and they're all facing this direction now. Away from the keep. It's like they backed up a bunch of U-Hauls.
Okay.
All right, so Marquette, do you sneak up there or no?
If I can get invisibility, I think I could sneak up there and give Zagros, if he's conscious, a freaking sending stone, and then we could send him messages. You think there's any benefit in that?
What are you gonna tell them? Like,
Well,
get ready to get
I think
released? I don't know.
I think Marquette would determine that if he got close enough. If he thinks that Zagros would be of use, conscious, if he thinks he could help in the fight, he might want to send him a message, let him know they're coming. But if he thinks he's just, one flew of the cuckoo's nest sitting in the cage and no help at all, he wouldn't give him a sending stone. But he's gonna have
You'd
to
be
get
like,
closer either way.
fuck yeah. I mean,
He's gonna have to get up there and take a look. So do
So
you have a sending stone?
I have a set of sending stones. I do.
Well,
And they work.
That's pretty dope. How does that work?
They work on the same plan. I can send a message up to 25 words once per day, or they can send one back to me.
I don't think you have to attune to him, do you?
I'm a
You got to check that
No,
out. It might. He doesn't have
No,
to
it does
spend an
not
hour,
require-
does he?
It does not require attunement.
Okay, good.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of moot. Like, if we're gonna break him out, we need to kill everything around him first before we break him out, so he'll sort of figure out what's going on.
Oh, it even goes to other planes of existence.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty baller.
So look, just wait for this thing to start rolling and let's blow this shit up.
Wait, I hold on. I asked the Damascus. I said, when you send somebody away with that, what if they were on a moving vehicle? When they reappear, are they off the moving vehicle, or do they reappear where? In other words, if you banished Zagros and the cart kept moving, would he be out of his chains?
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah, it's at the point where we're going.
unless the chains had any kind of plenty or binding or anything on them.
Yeah, exactly. I would
Which
think
if
that
they,
would just be him.
which if they,
But yeah,
if they grab
I
the
mean, if
chains out of
Zagros could
Radgar's
teleport
bag,
or Misty Step, he can technically get out of the manacles.
and
I
if
mean,
they had grabbed the manacles out of Radgar's bag, then yeah, they
Yeah.
would be bound.
and they
Those
do have
magical
Radgar's
manacles.
bag, so you don't know.
But would they use them on Zagros? Is the question.
You
This
could probably
is
use
these
them on
are
Radgar.
these are all things that people up close can determine.
So let me go up and at least kind of get a determination of that. Maybe I'm just trying to think outside the box. If you
Well, let
cast
me ask
Banish,
this question: would Marquette be aware of those manacles?
I've seen them.
Have you?
Yeah,
I don't think he's
Radgar.
ever used them.
No, we
Radgar-
Oh no, he did use them in the house on the freaking
Kind of
rat, didn't
downstairs.
he?
Yeah, absolutely. We
Or
did.
no, that's what made him make them, I think. I
That's
don't,
what
I
made
don't,
me make him. Yeah.
yeah. So
he-
I think he's aware of them.
Why he couldn't use them?
I think he's seen them enough times that he would recognize them if he got up and looked close enough. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's a benefit if he just disappeared and the wagon kept going, but at least he would be out of the chains.
It's a thought.
It's a
So
fourth level
Marquette,
spell.
what's your stealth? 20. What's your base stealth? These guys are milling about, but they're not like, you know.
20
There's
my
actually no wolves here, so you feel a little safe.
23 is my minimum. If is the minimum.
23 is your minimum, and you're gonna have disadvantage on detecting you too, because you're invisible. So yeah, I'm gonna say you can get up. So there's four wagons are kind of spread out, and there's ogres kind of milling about out there, and in the wagon you see that there's 8 orcs kind of crammed in this wagon. So everybody's shoulder to shoulder, like they're freaking get ready to jump out of a C-130, right? And you see that Zagros is the only one that's manacled. His feet and hands are manacled to the floor, and they don't look like they're magical manacles. They just rusty old looking manacles.
Is he like spread eagle and the orcs are taking advantage of him, or what's going on?
The orcs just sit down and freaking go to sleep. I mean, they're instantly like
he's like chained. He's like lying prone on his back, hands and feet, or
he's
does he
sitting on a
stand up?
bench. He's sitting on a
Okay,
bench
I
down
didn't
both
see that.
sides, like the back of a deuce and a half kind of thing. Like
got it.
third herd is the word, They're
I got it. Kind of like we were stuck on that damn boat manacled. I got it.
yeah. He's manacled. His hands and feet are chained together, and then there's a chain chaining him to the floor through an eyelet.
Okay.
The wagon's wooden,
Gotcha.
like the floor and the rails and stuff are wooden, but the cage is iron and it's got squares about 8 inches. The back
Are the
doors are
orcs
still
are the
open.
orcs armed?
No, the orcs are not armed and they look like they're slaves. But they're a freaking dog, like worn out, and then there's a big ass bugbear standing out there counting pebbles. New York
Okay.
City #1, New York City #2.
So they're loading them up to transport them. They're transporting their slave labor somewhere else, is what I kind of think. Is
And
that's
it looks
like
like Zagros is in the pile. You know,
so he's going to be a
Zagros
workhorse
has
somewhere.
no armor on. He is wearing a loincloth. He has no clothes on whatsoever. He has no weapons. He looks like he's been beat up badly. He's bruised up. He's got big black eyes. But he is moving around a little bit. Do
Still
you
is
want to?
conscious, but he got worked over.
Yeah. Do you try to? I mean, you're like 20 feet from him, hiding in a
Yeah.
big bush. You could get
Well,
closer.
I'm
You'd have to time
invisible.
it.
I'm actually like standing in the field.
Right, but there's people, still make footprints. You still make sounds. But you're
Yeah.
stealthy. Don't get me wrong.
Um. Okay. So. All right. So
I mean, you can
do
sneak
they
up
look
into
like?
the cage if you want. The doors are open. The ramp is down. Everyone's kind of
Yeah.
waiting on something. You
I
don't
don't
know.
really
They
want to
keep
weave my
looking
way
back at
through.
the doors. What are they waiting on? You
I
don't
don't want
know.
to. Okay. I don't want to weave my way through the orcs. So there's a bunch of ogres out here, a couple of hill giants, and they're waiting. Like, hey, when's the posse coming to head us out? Basically, like
Yeah,
whoever's
like
gonna run this gambit. Okay.
yeah, you see the back wagons are full of crap. Well, one wagon's full of um, actually, it's got a couple chests in it, and then the other wagons are full of big weapons,
Oh.
giant-sized
I
weapons.
mean, okay. So the chest, and so it definitely looks like they're transporting to another location or something that like maybe they're leaving this stadium. I don't know.
It looks like a bunch of
S-
U-Hauls backed up here, and they're loaded up.
Okay, so I'll go back to the party and report all that. That I feel like they're fleeing,
Okay.
but I could be wrong. But they could feel they're under assault here or not safe. Though they did run us off once, so I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you would
Uh,
most definitely have given them a fright.
Can we just attack
Right.
them?
Is Marquette home or not? Is he back with the rest of us?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he comes back.
All right. So are we going to hit them in the readying phase, or are we going to hit them once they start moving?
Hit them now.
All right, let's go.
Wow, right in front of the keep.
Right now. They're not ready yet. They're still loading up. They're trying to move out. They're not ready for a fight. Let's go blow them up.
Well, I'm still invisible.
How
so
far?
I,
How far am I from this?
Who cast invisibility on you? Did I do that?
I thought Dre did. I don't know who
Okay.
did.
Dre,
Here,
make sure
I gotta burn a slot. Yep.
because I didn't cast it. He thinks
Really?
he thinks he's invisible. We said we cast it on him, Carrie, but we really didn't. So he's
I'm just that
close
good.
your eyes and you're being
For some
visible.
reason, you got flour all over you. You don't know what's going on.
I don't my concern is you guys are going to start launching from range, and I don't see the benefit in that where the paladin basically is not going to be able to get in the fight at all. I mean, I guess he could stand here until something comes up to us.
I have a plan for that, Buck.
Okay. I can sneak back up there invisible and engage, but I don't know what good that does.
Well, you don't want to pull them off as being the only like melee centric person at that point. I feel like we get a couple of rounds here of shooting them for range for them to charge out at us.
Let's do it. You guys come up with the plan. Let's roll. Do it. Then I'll stand like 60 feet in front of the party, but invisible, in case when something finally gets up here that I can attack.
Right back.
Wait, is there anywhere I can
So-
hide in the bushes
so-
here with the light crossbow? I still got that light crossbow. I guess I could pull that out and hide in the bushes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
what's
looking for that.
whatever range you want, you can.
Yeah, can I set up like a block? Are you attacking from 600 feet? Is that what we're doing?
No, we're gonna have to close in closer to that. Can't cast from 600 feet.
Well, I can start hitting from 600.
So you guys are gonna stand in a field with giants who throw boulders.
Well,
and cast spells.
so hold on. We're north side. We're 600 away, and if we're planning to go in, then we would have to start from 600 and start charging them, right?
It seems like an ill-advised plan, but that's
I
what
don't
we'll
see
do
why
with.
we have to charge them. It's foggy. We could approach without having to just charge through and say for 600 fucking feet.
I
Well,
asked.
fair enough.
I
Fair
could-
enough.
Brave
Hold on.
Sir Robin.
I
Ah,
I
ah, ah.
I asked the new caster. I'm like, hey, I heard of this weird hut where you can like move in and out of invisible walls that protect you. Do you have that here?
Where did you hear
Do
about
you have
that?
that
In the fucking library?
in a tavern one time?
In a tavern one time?
Yes.
Are you talking about Morden Caden's private sanctum?
No.
That's what I have.
Okay.
You talking about Liam's tiny hut?
I am.
I don't have that.
Because we could like come out, cast spells, run back inside. They throw a boulder, they can't hit us. Come out, cast a spell, run back inside. They throw a boulder, they can't hit anybody. Till they close to the hut.
Okay.
They're like walls of force.
I can also mez these people too.
Or what?
Come back.
Well, never mind. I don't know what spells you guys have, but you could have put up a wall of force too. We could just poke our head out behind, shoot, go behind the wall of force. They can't throw boulders at us.
Oh. Kind of lag. There it goes. All right. So what's the plan, man? So I am going to give you this to know what's going on.
Oh, you throwing them all up on the map there?
This is what you got to deal with.
Cloud Giant Ambassador, the Chief, Grutha,
Oh,
bunch
there's
of
the
hill,
cloud giant.
and a Stone Giant.
Okay, cool.
Good luck.
So when are you guys going to do this? What time?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, Carrie. If the caravan starts to leave, then I think it alters our plan. If we're gonna attack, I'd rather do it near dusk. Not night,
So
because
we're,
then
we're waiting at the edge of the clearing, which is 600 feet north.
So
And if the caravan doesn't move before dusk, then we
it
attack. If the
it's
caravan
about
moves before dusk, then we're
Why?
600 out when it starts
I'm
moving.
just curious why we would not. I mean, you're looking at 10 giants, 4 of them big dog giants. Why would we want to split this up? Why would we want to attack them all there together? I'm
I see
just
9
curious.
giants.
all right. So we got here's the general layout here. It's
Okay,
about
9.
4 o'clock. The Giants look like, and they for about an hour now, they look like they're ready to leave. Right? Uh,
Okay.
they have now secured the cage and locked it, and the bugbear jailer looking guy has gotten on top of the cage, so he's on top of the wagon, on the top of the cage. Uh, the ogres all get harnessed up and are waiting to leave at around 4 o'clock.
Which direction
It's
is the pass?
the pass is that direction. It looks like
Okay.
they're heading straight for the pass.
Okay. Let's go set
Exactly
up
the
the
way they
ambush in the
came
pass.
from.
I'd say let's go set up an ambush in the pass.
All right, so you've got a bunch of ogres strapped to these 4 wagons, right? And then 2 hill giants so far is all you see that looks like they're getting ready to leave. Actually, yeah, this hill giant comes out. So you guys depart and head towards the pass?
Yeah, through the trees though. We're not going to go out into the clearing.
We'll leave myself or Marquette to keep an eye on things to make sure that they don't go in another direction.
I give one member of the party a part of the sending stone. I will stay and I will stealthily follow the what caravans as they head toward the pass. If they change direction, I will let the rest of the party know that they've changed direction. So I give stone so I can send you a message in case they change direction. And I can also inform you what's coming. Sound good?
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So the party, except for Marquette, pulls back from the wood line and starts falling towards the pass again. You guys can figure out amongst yourselves how you want to arrange yourself over there. I'll pull that map up since you guys are.
Well, I have one question. Does it still look like there are like bodies, like corpses there? Like, do they ever pick up the aftermath of the battle?
Yeah,
Um,
ogres ran off to the keep knowing that we ambushed it.
Or would they care?
The only thing that ran off was a
That's
dire
another
wolf.
question.
No, two ogres got
Oh,
away.
when
No,
you- when-
there was four ogres that got away and like one wolf.
when you guys get back to the pass, are their bodies still there? Is that your question?
Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, they didn't care. They just left them.
oh, time to add more.
Yeah, the giants, the fire giant's armor was gone, and his weapon, but other than that.
What about those wagons that those gone to?
Yeah, the wagons are no longer in the pass. The ones at the fortress look identical to the ones that were in the pass, though.
Which we have a key to, by the way, somebody.
Yeah,
We do.
if they didn't change the lock.
I'm pretty sure I can handle the cage lock.
I don't know, what was the name of that damn map?
Are tokens still on it, or no?
No.
Is it the Mountain Pass map?
Is that what the name of it is? Mountain Pass map. I got like 500. Yeah,
Yep,
that's it.
It's
Perfect.
yes, it's called
Pass.
Mountain Pass.
Yeah, perfect.
Mountain Dash
All right,
Pass
so
map.
I'm gonna drag all your tokens over there. If I can find the combat tracker, since I got two maps open. Not those. Damn
That's
it.
a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do. As you guys realize that not only does the cloud giant come, so does the chief and the chief's woman and the stone giant. At what point Marquette would see this pretty much. How far away are you? I mean, you're close enough to see this, right, Marquette?
I am.
that they all left and out comes pretty much everybody.
Okay, so Marquette's sending stones to us that everyone's coming towards the North Pass.
I don't know. I'm waiting on him to say that if that's the case.
I see.
Well,
Okay.
I pace them for a little bit because obviously the wagons move slow and they're marching.
Yeah, no, they're
fast.
not in any hurry. They set up a pretty good perimeter around the giant and the cloud giant and the king and queen. The stone giant looks like he might be a bodyguard for the king and queen. The cloud giant's kind of walking with them, and they're talking. You can hear them talking, communicating in giant. You don't speak giant, do you?
I do not.
So you don't know what language or what they're talking about, um, but it doesn't look like a hostile, like
How fast are they moving?
it's very slow.
20, 15, 10?
No, they're probably they got these ogres moving probably at 20. There's actually 4 ogres pulling the heavy wagon, the one with all the orcs and
So it looks like they just left. I wonder if I can go in and find Radgar and get him out before
well,
they get to the pass.
you don't see the bugbears.
That's right. I have to fight something down there. Okay, so they're heading off, obviously, somewhere, and they're going to go through the pass, and we're going to try to rain death on them, basically from above, as they fight back and throw boulders at us and stuff, and it's pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. Okay. So I let the party know that pretty much all of them are heading out. Well, I'm going to pace them and just make sure they're heading toward the pass before I send that message. Is it pretty obvious at this point
yeah,
they are?
it's completely obvious. How close do you want them to get before you pass the message is up to you.
No, I mean, when it's pretty obvious that they are, I'll pass the message up.
Whatever distance you want that to be, just let me know. What distance
When
do
they're
you
like
want it?
400 feet out.
Okay, so 200 feet from the pass.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
no, when 200 feet from the keep. When they're 400 feet
Oh,
out
okay,
from the pass.
400 feet from to the pass. Okay.
Yes, and then
So
I will move.
pretty much, a minute, right? 10
I'm
rounds.
well, no, there'll be 20. If they're moving 20, it'll be 20 rounds for them.
Or 2 minutes, sorry.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna book it up to the path through the woods, so I can get there ahead and kind of figure out where everybody's at and what I want to do and get my sniper blind.
Okay. Yeah, so no problem. Let me put all you guys over here somewhere. And you guys can get set up, and
Okay.
I'll get all these guys moving.
Okay, so for the people that are here with me, I suggest that I'm going to be further along the pass, and I can drop a spike in the middle of the pass. Last time they came up around the side, so it might be better to sort of be further along the pass and have them run through it rather than give them the option to go up and around. And since we've got some casters with flying, it would give them the option to rain down on them as they're trying to climb up the sides of this wall. Did anyone hear that?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the map.
Well, I got back in that sniper blind you made for me.
So my sort of suggestion is that well, actually, I mean, yeah, that could work out. Is that if most of us are down here where I am at the end of the pass, if you will, and Marquette's up on the side, he can sort of shoot stuff off as they're distracted.
Right.
And then because this thing on the right is like a sheer cliff face.
Right.
Gust of wind, we can
So
blow
we can
them all
sort
off
of-
the cliff face.
Well, no, that's straight up. That's not straight down.
No, that on the right is straight down. Right?
I thought it was
Terry?
straight up.
Oh, straight up. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
this is
like
the
it's
lower
a
part.
canyon.
Yeah, this is
Hey, can I-
super steep over here on this side.
Can I get over there and set up a sniper blind over there?
How much time
So-
do you have
I don't know.
till they get to this point? Well, the squids each square is 5 feet. They're 400 feet to get to this point. So how long do you have?
Probably not long enough to do that. Not if they're moving at 20.
Well, in theory, he could have asked me to set something up for him ahead of time.
Well, he wasn't that long ahead of you guys. It wasn't like you have an hour or something,
No,
No,
let's go back
what
to
I
the
mean
one
is,
that's already
like-
ready to go.
That's fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, like if we sort of let them, like, cause I guess I communicate that the spike growth is very good area denial. If we can sort of cut some of them off, so some of them are past it when I throw it down, then the people in front would want to charge us, and we'd be able to sort of fight them individually, while the rest of them either run through it or try to go around it. And then we also mentioned that the cloud giant can fly, so that would be an important thing for the other casters to keep an eye on, and we'll
Probably
have to
wanna
fight them
banish-
early, probably.
Or banish the cloud giant. He's
Well,
probably
he's got a
the
high
baddie.
charisma.
Okay.
But
All right,
can
so
try.
Right.
you guys
But
are
if
where
I
you
throw
want to
down
be.
something that
what, Carrie?
no,
You guys are where you want to
Thoris,
be.
Demac,
No, not yet.
they got to move somewhere.
I gotta find my guy.
I can't really protect Damocles or Ulros much.
You're not gonna need to worry about me.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I'll be fine.
'cause you guys are both in the air.
Well, that's the thing is if you, I would suggest that you be at the end of the pass, sort of like around the corner. It's like if you're like there, no one can see you until they pass that like very small choke, right?
Why do I only see
Yeah,
four
you
so
sort of
tokens?
jump
Who's
out
Turn the
missing?
corner.
No one shall pass.
Who's missing?
Marquette? No.
No. 1, 2, 3,
Theris?
4.
What is
No, I'm like
on
way,
the other
way
side?
south.
On this other side, that's black.
Oh, okay, I
like,
see.
That's straight up, Dre. It's a straight up cliff
Kid-
face.
Like
Straight.
Fallout
Oh,
Boy.
like a straight wall cliff face. Got it.
Matter of fact, that's where I'm gonna be.
All right, so you guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you could fly there, could you be up there?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, so you guys head up, and roughly how much? I'm guessing you only get a few minutes ahead of them, right? You only get like
Yeah.
5 minutes or something to
Yeah.
get in place, kind of hunker down. Marquette, you trying to make a blind or anything real quick?
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
redoing that blind that Spanky had. I mean, unless it's been torn down too much, but yeah,
I
make it
cast
so.
um,
invisibility on myself too, by the way.
Okay, actually, can I have spike growth down ahead of time because it lasts 10 minutes? So I'd like to have that cast
Be right
ahead
back.
of time.
yeah, you can have it going for like 5 minutes before they get here. So we'll burn 5 minutes off of it. So it only is going
Sure.
to last 5 minutes, which is plenty of time
So
for the fight. So
six,
that's where you
six,
want it.
60 rounds, right?
Yeah, yeah, plenty of time for the fight. So you summon it up there. You're concentrating on it, and you're down the pass here. So it opens up kind of into trees, kind of here, and then behind you uh, it's kind of heavily wooded. So you got a little bit of concealment back here. You can get behind a tree or something and get some stealth if you want too. If you want to be
Sure. Yeah. I
hidden
mean,
the
like, I
first
don't
round.
know how far I can go away from it to still see where my spike growth is.
You can see your spike
Like,
growth right there, but what's the range of spike growth? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the concept. I
well, I'd
think you
like
have to
cast
be
it
on
and walk
this.
away.
I think you have to be on the same plane of existence. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Anything
fine where
else?
I
And
am
we're gonna
here
we're
then.
gonna roll initiative. So anything else, guys? Roll initiative. All right, here we go. Let's do it.
I'm
Let's
good.
see how you guys
Elros,
do
you
it.
happy?
So, what are you guys doing for the next 3 gaming sessions? We are gonna be fighting.
We're no, we're re-rolling after next session. New campaign.
So, let's see how you guys do. Now, when the giants approach, who can see them?
Or he
Uh,
almost got a 20.
I think
I
Damikos
had
has
Demacos.
good line of
advantage. I
sight.
rolled
Yeah,
good.
he can easily see them clearly, even a little bit before they get into the pass here. Um, Thoras, you're down on the ground, right? So you can't see anything. You can barely hear them
Yeah,
from where
yeah.
you're at. Let's see. Alros, you're over there on the ground. You can make them out. You have. Whoa, where's the map going? You can make them out. You can see the two hill giants coming. So what they've done is they have slowed the caravan down a little bit, and you can see that the 3 wagons that are pulling all the crap and weapons have dropped back. And there's a force that has moved up. It looks like they're moving in to clear the pass to protect the pass. And the wagon with Zagros in it is right here, behind those 4 ogres. All right, so you see behind the wagon, just at the rear of the wagon, right up against it, is the chief. He's got his axe out. They all have their weapons drawn. They all look protective. Behind the chief is the stone giant, who's got a few stones ready to hurl. A lot of the hill giants and stuff are they got their club over one hand and they're kind of holding a big rock in the other hand. They're ready either way. Gruntha, the female, she's up here. Uh, Actually, she is back a little bit. She's next to the cage, immediately behind Zagros. So, I mean, it's like she's talking to Zagros or something. And the Cloud Giant's in the front with 2 hill giants and another hill giant accompanying him. And the 2 hill giants are in the front and they're scanning the area as they come in, kind of not creeping, but defensively and, you know, protectively. As we start the top of the round, and the Cloud Giant kind of steps up and he looks around and he says, "If you're going to attack us, we're prepared. If you let me pass with your dwarf, then he and you all will survive. If you attack this caravan, I will kill him."
He says that in common, I take it.
Yes, and he says it really loud at the mouth of this caravan. And he says, in a little bit lower voice, "Move forward. Let them come." Marquette.
So I yell out, "Let the dwarf go, and we will let you go. But it has to happen now." And then I'm ready to attack if they come into the pass and don't let the dwarf go. Down arrow.
Give me a persuasion check, Marquette. Or
Oh, hold on. Give me a second here. I need to look something up. Yes, I'll give you persuasion, but give me 1 second.
or you can use your
Panache. Hold on. He has a crescent check, make a persuasion test by a wisdom check. The creature will be able to hear you and two must share language. Well, if you see
yeah,
on check,
yeah.
I'll use my panache. Yes.
Or you can use your deception if you're trying to lie to him, whichever you want.
Oh no. I'm gonna try to let's see. If you see on check and the creature isn't hostile, I guess this guy's probably hostile to me, right?
He looks pretty conscious. I'll allow you to use it. I mean, he's not smashing your face with an axe currently. That would be hostile for sure.
So let's see.
So do you
So
yell out parlay? Is that kind
yeah, basically. So I'm gonna use my persuasion against his insight, and I will use. I have yeah, I'll use my persuasion against his insight.
bust a move? You got advantage on it? Did you say click on the advantage button if that's what you said?
Yeah, and I'll use advantage. Sort of my inspiration I had. I don't know when.
Starting the table. You only get it now for starting the table, and if I give it to you.
All right, so I'm gonna roll my persuasion. And I need to know if I want to use lucky or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll it, and then I can determine if I want to use lucky. So
Okay.
should I roll it out in the open?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh,
So
pretty crappy. A
I'll use. Well,
15.
my minimum's a 20 because I'm proficient.
Okay, so you got a 20. Do you
But
want
I'm
to
gonna
use
use my
lucky?
lucky to try to re-roll it. Yeah. So that would be without advantage.
Roll 2.
Oh,
So
better.
21.
No, 20. Don't you have a plus? Oh, yeah, 21. So you screeped it up a little with a 21 against his insight, right?
Correct.
And he rolls a 3 plus 7 is a 10. So he's like, uh, so he stops and he kind of, he says, "They are here," he says. So he's kind of starts to step forward and he kind of puts his hands up. He said, "You want to make an arrangement?" He yells out.
Yes, and he is. Let's see. Well, he's charmed. So yeah, I say yes. I say send the dwarf up the path. Um, let him go and send him up the pass and up the rocks toward me, and he can hear my voice, and then we'll let you go through.
All right, cool. Demonicus, what are you doing? You can see the giants kind of hesitating a little bit as Marquette yells down at him. You're like kind of a little confused about it, like, huh? You're like ready to blast, right? Yeah, you were like, fireball. What were you planning? You had some plans. I know you did.
Uh, yeah, I was gonna lightning bolt right
Yeah,
down that.
lightning bolt. You're like, your
Could have
hair's
got
like
8 of
standing
them
up. You're
right
like,
there.
you're like,
Um,
what?
so I'm still invisible and I'm flying up here. So I'm
Well, you
actually gonna
don't.
move.
You're up high enough that you don't actually have to be
I'm not
flying.
flying. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna move though. I'm not locked, by the way.
That's okay. That's cool. Just move where you want to go within reason.
I'm still not 60 feet from the caravan though. I'd have to double, I think, to get 60. All right, so I'm just gonna move
Yeah.
there, and what I'm thinking is if the
Is it easier
caravan,
if they're locked for measuring? Okay, I'll lock them.
yeah, if the caravan does come in, or the cart with Zagros in it, my plan would be if they look like they're gonna execute him or something, that I would banish Zagros, like
All
Marquette
right, so
suggested.
you can see the wagons right here, and they're kind of almost stopped, right? The only ones moving forward are the front guys, but the Gruntha is kind of holding on to the side of the cage, and she looks like she's got like a javelin or something. She's ready to jab it into the cage.
Oh, I see.
As you see the cloud giant kind of hesitating, and he puts up his hands and he's listening to what Marquette has to say. So they're kind of hesitating. You don't think banishment 60 feet? Yeah, you don't think ready is definitely not going to work because if you ready, you burn that spell slot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ready, so that's
Yeah,
what I do.
you could ready a cantrip, maybe just hold it, and if it
Oh yeah,
doesn't
ready a
happen, you don't
cantrip.
burn it.
No, I don't. I'm good. Yeah, ready blade ward if something goes down.
All right, so the stone giant, he just kind of steps forward a little. He's looking around. He's on guard. He's not going to really do anything. The hill giants are holding off for a second. Uh, I'm just moving these guys. I'm still anticipating combat here, so I'm putting everybody in the combat tracker properly. Thoris, uh,
I hear what's going on, right?
you can hear some yelling from Marquette. You don't quite make out everything the giants are saying because they're still kind of being loud, and you're down like low and in kind of a bush. You can't really see.
You're
You're
waiting
kind of
for them to
around
ride
the
in.
corner
Yeah,
over there.
I'd still be waiting for them to come around.
Yeah, you're
So,
like, come on, yeah, I'm gonna holy smite. Yeah, smiting. I'm smiting. You're talking to yourself over there.
I'm addicted to smiting.
Yeah, Theris, what
Yeah,
are
I'm,
you?
I'm same, just watching.
You're like, what the
You
hell?
know,
They
ready,
stopped.
ready a shot if something runs into my spike
You
growth.
see the two hill giants like kind of slow down and they're crouching and everything slows down. Olros, you're up top. You got a perfect view of everything. You kind of peek your head up, all right, to see what's going on. You like stick your head up. You're not invisible or anything, are you?
No, I'm not invisible.
So I mean, if you stick your head up, you're not really hiding. So these hill giants kind of look up at you.
Right, that's fine. I'm
It's
gonna just
dusk,
go ahead.
so it's kind of dimly lit still, but it's not pitch black yet. I'm assuming you guys
Okay.
didn't want it dark.
I, I'm going to just ready
No, we
a
didn't.
what? What do you say?
He
Yeah,
said, "I'm assuming
cool.
you guys didn't want it dark." I said, "No, we didn't."
No.
Probably some of the
Um,
giants will be carrying torches. I don't think they all have.
sorry.
Yeah,
Quick point of
it's
information.
not dark yet, so.
Would Ulros have lost his point of exhaustion from the long rest?
Oh
No, he has
yes.
not had a long rest.
No,
Oh, Oros, sorry,
we
Oros.
did.
We've had a long rest.
Yeah,
No,
we had a rest at the
I
camp.
thought, I thought you meant Zagros. Sorry,
Zagros has not had a good night's sleep since he's been in
he
the
has not had
community.
a long rest.
No, it's been rough for poor Zagros. I'm just
So,
gonna ready a cantrip. I'll ready Eldritch Blast and think in case something just goes sideways.
all right, so nothing's gonna really happen just yet. Let's roll new initiative here. Marquette, you're still kind of running the show right now. So what's Marquette gonna do?
I yell out, "And where is the other dwarf? Is he okay?"
He says, the other dwarf was useful. This one, not so much. We're gonna see if we can feast on his bones later.
Well, right now
Other
you're gonna
dwarf is
send
useful.
him forward and free him, so you all can survive.
Yes, we will free him and not eat his bones. These are not the droids you're looking for. And he moves back towards the back of the cage. and he says, "Open it." And the jailer that's on top of the cage, I don't have the bugbear on there because a bugbear in the mix of all this, I'm not tracking him. I'm not tracking him. He gets down and he uh, he starts to unlock the cage, which he will do on the hill giant's turn. The bugbear goes on the hill giant's turn, so that's when he went. I mean the cloud giant. Thoras.
Still waiting.
Still waiting. Ulros.
Readied and waiting.
Theris.
Ready and waiting.
Damachus.
Also observing.
So
When you want to get closer.
the queen, Gruntha, she's got this spear in her hand, and she looks back at the cloud giant, and she says something in cloud giant. Who speaks giant and is close enough to hear her?
I
I
am
think,
not.
yeah,
No.
you're not close enough to hear.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think only Damachus. Do you speak giant?
He
Did you
does.
say you do?
I do.
So you hear her say, "What are you doing? Don't give him our prisoner." And she says in giant, and the cloud giant says, "These are not the droids we're looking for."
He right now views him as a friendly acquaintance, believe it or not.
Right?
Hans
He's
is
like,
really powerful.
he's like, "Do as they ask. Let's watch what happens. They can't get away from us. Trust me. There's more giants coming from the north." And it's your turn, Brand. So
That down. Wait, which way's north?
that way
North.
on this map is the south end of the map. Sorry, I hate doing it that way, but it made sense to me to have the cliffs on this side that you guys approach from. Don't know why, but north is the bottom of the map.
Who has the sending stone that Marquette has the other side of?
You do.
Hey, all right, good.
I should make you guys all roll, but
All
that's
right.
fine. That's fine. It makes sense.
So on my turn, I quietly in the sending stone. How does it work? It's not
You
like a
can send me
walkie-talkie.
one message.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you can
pretty
send me a
much.
25 message.
Yeah, but it's a walkie-talkie that you can say 25 words.
It's just one message. That's it, and then it's over.
Yeah. Yep.
More giants coming from the south is what I tell him.
From
Or
the
from
north.
the north.
Yeah.
Okay. And I down arrow because I'm not doing anything yet.
Well, don't you want to move forward a little bit though?
No, I'm good right here. That's a perfect spot for what I want to do.
I'm skipping over all these guys, but I'm going to be moving them over because you guys still might be fighting. I don't know. I don't know. Get them all in place. All right, so the bear, uh, the bear kind of senses like the hostility between the two giants, like Gruntha, like being a giant bitch, and the Cloud Ambassador telling her that she's just a hill giant kind of thing. You know, pulling what's it the giants have the
Pulling rank.
the
The
ordning
ord.
the
The ordnance.
ordning pulling ordning on her, and the bear's like kind of growls. Chubby hill giant and this other hill giant, they look back at this cloud giant and they're like, "You talk to our queen that way?" You know, they get that kind of look in their face. You know, like, huh? Kind of square up in their squares.
They kind of bow up a little bit, like, "Dude,
Yeah,
man, we don't follow you. We follow the chief."
right. Plus, you're being weird. You're letting the prisoner go. That's not what the whole plan. Your whole plan was not to do this. You know, they're a little confused, but they're not super intelligent. So And the ogres are like me pull wagon, they're just looking around, me pull wagon. These aren't like the normal wagon pulling people ogres either. You can tell they're like kitchen help, they're wearing like one of them's got a chef's hat on. These ogres. Because you killed the freaking wagon pulling ogres, so they had to get the kitchen help. You got to pull the wagons now. There's.
I mean, I guess I'd still ready to see if anything's coming forward. Would I roll it, passive perception if I hear or feel the ground vibrating behind me?
No, you wouldn't roll a passive perception. I know what that is. If you're
Okay.
if you want to like do the Indian thing and put your ear on the railroad track and shit, yeah, you can use a perception for that. It would burn your action.
No, I wouldn't do I wouldn't do active, but like yeah. Anyways, I will ready in case I see something. But if I feel something coming up from behind me, let me know.
Did you yell that out or something, Brant's character?
Well, that's why I say passive.
No.
Like I wouldn't
Oh,
know that something
okay.
is happening, but like
Yeah, okay,
if
I
I
got
feel
you.
like there's
I got you.
rumbling from behind me.
So the stone giant, being the cloud giant or the chief's bodyguard, kind of steps in front of the chief, like and in front of Gruntha, and says, "I want to see this dwarf. Get out. Hurry up, bugbear," he says in giant, and pushes the bugbear. And the bugbear's like trying to get the key in the freaking door, like it's easy. And Marquette. Let me see if this ogre needs to be moved over. What the hell?
So I yell out to Cloud Giant. I go, "You're the." I yell out to the Cloud Giant. I'm like, "We're willing. We just want to let you guys pass, and we want to leave in peace with our compatriots. It seems like these other guys don't want to work with you. I don't know what's going on. I thought you were the big dog."
You like? Are you like trying to get him mad? What's
I'm
your
boosting
intention?
I'm boosting his ego up. Maybe
You like?
he'll
You
start
like?
fighting it out.
That's just
Uh,
gonna be a 1v30.
yeah. Let's
I,
give
I
another.
we could use the Cloud Giant on our side.
I mean, I would say, give him a bardic inspiration or whatever, but you're not a freaking bard, so give him some perception level or persuasion level. Let's see what you got. Let's see if you can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
27.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you really like talk this guy up. He's like, I thought is your character's not that familiar with giants though, right? He doesn't know the whole
No, I just see
the
this
whole
big. This guy was the
background.
guy flying. This guy was the guy flying around and
Yeah.
stuff. So I figure he's the big baddie.
Yeah, you definitely you see him like kind of tighten his fists up and he looks back and he says, "Do as I say. These droids are not the ones you're looking for." And
Can I ask out
It's pretty
of character,
awesome.
just curiosity? What is Chief Nostra? Is he a hill giant or?
Frost giant, I
yeah,
think.
no, he's a hill giant, but he has the frost giant. He's a
Skin.
big, huge hill giant. He
Okay.
he just
Okay,
has the frost giant stats.
because
Oh,
when you said ordning, that's the first time I'd ever heard of it. So I'm just looking up what that means. So I'm just curiosity.
Yeah, the chief is as big as a frost giant, but he is a hill giant.
There's
Whose
kind of a
turn?
pecking order among giants.
Yeah,
And Cloud is
yeah.
pretty high up on the pecking order, like above Frost and Fire, I think, aren't they?
All right, so Gruntha. Oh, chief. The chief gets to go. So the chief says, "What is the dwarf to us? Release him, and let's get this caravan moving
Cloud Giant.
north." Huh?
I said Cloud Giant.
Yeah, cloud giant. And he says that in giant. Uh, and I wish I could speak giant, and then there was a translator for only Brant's character to hear. That would be cool. Come on,
say
That
Smiteworks, you're
would be
watching my
cool.
stream.
you,
Come on, make that shit happen. Come on, do it.
you can say it in
Do it.
chat.
You
All
can
right,
text
so
it in giant and chat. But yeah.
so Grutha
There's
is gonna kind of back down a little bit. Uh, she like puts her javelin kind of down and points it to the ground, and then she looks up like this direction towards the pass, and she says, "Let him go." Like reluctantly. Demonicus.
I'm still hanging tight. They don't know I'm here and I'm invisible, and see what happens.
So the Zagros uh, is jostled around by the bugbear and an orc, and they kind of have to pick him up a little bit and kind of move him out towards the back of the wagon. He's moving his feet a little bit, but he looks pretty weak, and just beat up all to hell, bruises and cuts, and his eyes are all swollen open, closed rather. And he kind of stands up when he gets towards the bottom a little shakily, and he only comes up to like their ankles. These are huge giants, and he's a dwarf, so the the cloud giant's like 20 feet tall, and the dwarf's what, 4,
5. Something like
5, so he's like a speck down there, kind of. The ogres are big, the frost giant's big, you know and the hill giant, or the cloud giant, reaches down and kind of picks up the dwarf, picks up Zagros, you know, into one hand, just kind of scoops him up. Not squeezing him or anything, but scoops him up and starts walking up the hill.
As he comes, I say that's a good idea. Bring him up to me. I much appreciated
Gonna
because
throw him like a ball.
I'm kind of trying to keep this guy like on our good side right now. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
like,
become charmed.
he's charmed, but
and he
that
he
can only go
looks
so far.
he looks up at you. He's looking down at the dwarf, and then he looks back over towards the caravan, and he says, "Keep moving."
Is that spike growth already down?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can easily do that.
Yeah.
Well, that would be up to the character, the player
Right,
playing the
he's no
character.
longer on the spike on the camera.
Olros.
Oros is enjoying what's going down and will continue to ready an Eldritch Blast in case it goes sideways.
He's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. He's got like the 50 cal up there. He's like, so let's see. This hill giant is the one towards the back, and yeah, he kind of moves this direction a little bit. Just shifting position, not really aggressively, just kind of looking to see what's going on. Like what the hell? A little lost back there. Thoris, you're down over there listening. It seems like maybe they're going to start to come this way again. You start to hear squeaks and squiggles and footsteps, maybe.
Yeah. I have a question. So if I move like that direction, then or
You're
that's fine.
moving uphill and
That,
across like the tree line. Yeah, you could. This is about 30 feet below this area up here.
oh, okay.
You're kind of around the bottom.
Yeah.
The only
Okay.
way to really get up there is kind of this direction, hop up, boop, doop, boop.
Yeah. Okay.
And this
Uh.
is this is low too. This is almost at the ground level like this is.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here, and if I actually, I'm gonna move back about this much. just in case. Like,
You kind of back up into the hill a little there, like
yeah, and make sure I'm
squeeze
stealth.
into the tree line, and you can use your action to stealth if you like. Go ahead
Is
and
there
roll that in the out in the open. Let's see how well you think you're hiding. You can role play your
probably
stealth out for yourself.
we'll see.
Not
Okay,
too
that's
bad. So anybody with a passive perception lower than an 11 is not going to see you. So when they come up here, you can role play that out. They all have a passive perception of over an 11. So.
wonderful. I'm probably going to try and re-stealth if I can.
It is an action to do so.
Yeah.
So the hill giant's in the front. You see him kind of step over this way a little bit, and he's kind of looking back at the ogres and stuff pulling the wagon. So I'm going to run through these guys real quick. These two hill giants actually kind of step out of the way, and this wagon starts moving forward. The one pulling the slaves, and the giant and the stone giant, they move over this direction, and then the other wagons start to move forward. Who can see all these guys? Anybody?
Damikos and Marquette, I think.
Yeah, Damikos.
Damikos, does Damikos been around military convoys or anything like that? That character?
Yeah, I'd say I've been around some. I'm not a soul junk,
Even
but you know
regular
what I'm saying.
convoys. I mean, even like caravans and stuff. I mean, he hasn't lived in a. I mean, he is level 11, but we have no background for him. So I'm just curious as to has he ever been around a caravan?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
So he gets the general idea that that the hill giants, might be an escort from the keep. That they're not coming in. They stopped. They're like waving on. Come on, let's go. Like the wagons are going first. This is the impression you're getting.
Interesting.
Marquette.
I tell him, I tell the cloud giant, I said, hold, you don't want to progress much further. The whole cavern's trapped to collapse upon itself until we see the dwarf freed.
Give me a
AFK was
persuasion again.
Okay. 29.
Nice.
29, and he's got a 17 insight, so even if he crits it, he still doesn't think you're lying to him.
He's got a plus 17 insight?
Well, I meant the maximum he can roll is a 20 plus a 7 is a 27.
Mm-hmm.
So he with your 29, he has no chance of thinking you're lying to him. So he says, he looks down and he starts to address the caravan that's moving. Thoras.
I am ready, but I'm gonna try and re-stealth actually.
All right, you can handle that yourself. Oros.
That was even worse.
You like slip on some pine needles and fall out from behind the tree, making some noise. What? What?
Nice.
I'm trying to hide. Trying to hide. He's like clang. He's wearing like scale mail or something. No.
No.
Oros.
Just chain right now.
You're
Just
up on
gonna
this.
continue.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
up on this hill. You're monitoring what's going on. You see this cloud giant coming. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm gonna continue to watch and see how it unfolds with the ready
all
Eldritch
right, Brant.
Blast.
What's Demonicus doing? Anything? Oh, he's not there. We'll say no. All right, so Marquette, you're still you're gonna use another skill on him. You're gonna skill him
I
to
come
death.
out of the I come out of my blind and I move toward him. I with my crossbow put away, and I say, "Free the dwarf. We'll let you go. We we want to settle this peacefully, and we will disable the trap and move on." And I show him that I'm showing you where I'm at, so we can be, that you can understand. We mean we're that this is an honorable deal. We just want to free our compatriot.
He looks down at the dwarf and he says, "He can't walk very well. I'm here." He's kind of handing him to you. Like, here, do you want me to
Can
leave
he
him on the
stumble too?
ground here, or he looks like,
That would be fine.
what do you want me to do with this potato? Like,
That would be fine.
what? What? He asked you two questions, and you said that's going to be fine.
You can set him down there though, and I'll come up and heal him.
Ah, I see. So he lays him kind of gently on the ground, with his big hand. He looks down at him, and he says, and he looks over your shoulder, and he says, "What do you have rigged to collapse? We don't need anyone else getting hurt." And he looks at you.
The rocks, and there's also in the past there's also stuff in the ground that will come up and attack people to try to pass through it. We'll dismiss those spells.
Ah. And let's see. Anybody else gonna do anything?
No.
No, I think we're just waiting
No.
to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Correct.
So the ambassador, he looks down at himself and he says, "Here is the dwarf," as he lays him down on the ground. And then you see him. He whispered something under his breath. Give me a perception check, Marquette. Let me. I'm
27.
stalling. I'm having you roll that because I don't even know if you need to roll if you even can roll it. Let me see. Uh, yeah, no, he doesn't even whisper under his breath. So you see him just take flight off the ground, and he starts to rise up into the ground, and he's looking towards, what you have been telling him about the collapse. That you got it rigged. You think he's checking your. He doesn't think you're lying. He just wants to see it.
That's fine.
So,
So
I had
he
fireballs
flies
launched from the
up.
rock cliff. They all could fall. That's how I'm perceiving that they could be done.
Yeah, no, I mean he would have he's
He's
let's
a caster
see.
too, pretty high level too, I think.
Yeah, and this sword that he's got on his actually he's still holding it. He hasn't put it away. He's just not threatening with it. He's just got the tip down. You can see that it's got ornate carvings in this sword, and it's pretty baller looking. The sword is. And he's gonna fly up 30 feet. He wants to get up higher. So I'll mark him uh, 30 feet up. He flies up 30 feet. That's what he's going to do. Marquette, what you say anything? He kind of
Yeah, I moved toward the dwarf.
starts flowing this way. He starts flying this way, kind of floating up in the air, looking. And you start to move down, like down here towards the
To
dwarf.
the dwarf, yes.
Yeah. So when you get down to the dwarf, he's kind of up this way.
Okay.
And he looks down, and so you guys see this cloud giant fly up in the air. Um, Thor, Theris, you can see him now from where you're at, uh, enough to get a good shot on him if you want. Thoris, you don't have line of sight to him yet because you're trying to hide. You got pine needles all in your face for some reason.
we're
And
gonna I need to
give
put this
him the perception check for the spike growth.
That's the cloud giant.
Yeah. See if he sees the spike growth now that you can see the valley floor down there. So Marquette, when you he's like, I don't see shit. When you get to the dwarf, he's standing or he's trying to stand up and he's pretty weak. And so he's got 1 hit point. I mean, he's in several levels of exhaustion.
Okay.
So
I give him a potion of healing.
you like just dump a potion of healing down into him. So roll that,
I
see how
say,
many
I
hit points
drink
he's got.
this. Yeah.
He like coughs a little. He's like, they haven't given me water either. He says potions aren't very thirst quenching. He's like
Okay.
gagging on it. It's like drinking I don't know, chocolate syrup when you've been in the desert all day. It's like
Well, and I give him some water and stuff, and I
yeah,
tell him that we're
he's
gonna
reaching
pull
for.
back and look for your dad.
They took him away out of the cell earlier this morning.
Let me see. I don't see. There's no Zagros on the map for me to heal, so I'll just roll 2d4.
Yeah, no, we know. Just yeah, roll in the chat.
So he gets back 9 hit points.
All right, I marked that down in his head. He's got 10 in my head.
Okay.
So the chief, how long's your deal last? How long's he charmed for? It's a while, isn't it?
1 minute, I think. Let me double check that. Panache.
It says duration 10.
Yeah,
10.
10.
All right, so you're about halfway ish towards that, maybe a little bit longer still to go. And he still seems like he's listening to you and stuff. He's flying over this way, and he kind of lights up top over here, and he looks down, and he looks back at you, and he says, "Well, take the dwarf and go."
Okay. Yeah, I've started escorting the dwarf off.
And he looks back at you guys. He can see everybody. Oh, both of you two.
Well,
Wait.
Brand's invisible, and Oros is down hiding.
Yeah. Let's see if Brant is invisible. Brant. He does look towards your direction because you're not hiding, correct?
I'm not hiding.
You're not hiding. He looks over in your direction and he says, "I can tell someone's over there. I just can't see them." And then he says towards Marquette or Ulros, who's up on the hill. He says, "Are you joining your friend?" And he points towards the direction that Marquette went.
If you said it in comment, I say yes.
All right. So what's y'all's intentions?
So I'm gonna
It's
fly.
11:15. We're gonna discuss it on the forums and let you know next week. How's that sound?
No, I
Well,
need to know now because you guys are horrible at discussing things on the forums.
we are going to leave. Right? We're not going to engage this group.
I believe that is the wise course, but unless somebody starts the fire,
Well,
I'm Billy Joel. I'm not gonna start the fire.
Is
I
anybody
think we
gonna
should,
fire?
no, I think we should leave and make our way back to the compound and see if we can find Radgar.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So here's what's gonna take place then. If you guys do that, you guys pull back. You grab Zagros. He feels a little bit better, so you don't actually have to carry him, but he is slowing you down a little bit unless you do like pick him up and carry him. You might be able to go a little bit faster,
Yeah, Thoros will help him
uh,
walk.
but not that much. Uh, and you guys make your way like into the woods, but towards the compound. Back into the woods, closer around to the side, and you guys fall back about 300 feet or so, and you can see by then the caravan has started moving forward. Did you drop spike growth when you left? What's the range? Do you need to be within a certain?
Well, it hasn't come back to me yet, and I don't know what my character has really heard in this whole situation.
Well, you guys get together, so you guys get grouped up wherever 300 feet away.
Okay.
So you
So
can
do people
talk.
tell me to drop spike growth? If so, then yeah, I'd drop it.
They don't probably even remember you had it going. I mean, they weren't really paying attention to that. It's kind of invisible. And they're like,
Well, I mean,
"Wow."
Ed did mention it, so he'd probably point it out.
Right, but
I did mention it to the group that I was putting it down there.
yeah, but you remember, I don't think that would be up to them to tell you that you should drop it unless you ask them.
Okay, well, are we letting the caravan pass? We're not killing them?
I think that it's wise to jump them with the force that came out. The whole idea was they were going to be split.
Okay, so then we're taking Spike Growth off. It's off my concentration.
All right.
Cloud Giant looked very baller.
All right, and I think that's a good spot to stop. Right there.
Cool.
Well, that didn't go the way you guys planned it, did it?
Well, I mean,
No.
you
Panache
had to roll with
for the
punches,
win.
man.
What's
I just
that?
Gary didn't want to go through 3 more days of one combat.
No. This had been a plan all along. What they're really doing is the giants are only escorting the cloud giant, the slaves, and the 3 wagons through the pass or to the pass, and they're going to continue moving, and the giants are going to head back to the steeding.
Right, the Cloud Giant's going to leave. He's not meant to stay there, correct?
Yeah, he's an ambassador. He's heading somewhere else. He looks like you know, he was just
You're gonna end
visiting.
up
He has
killing me
his
quick,
luggage
isn't it?
with him. He's leaving.
I would feel more comfortable with him gone fighting the rest of it, but with him there, I don't feel as comfortable.
And
Yeah,
you
so we're gonna
think
scrap next week.
you guys kind of we're going to do what next week? Oh, we're going to
Yes.
scrap next week.
We're gonna
You
scrap next week.
think the cloud giant has an escort on the other side of the pass that he's meeting up with?
Right, he can move along.
Like
So yes,
Yeah,
maybe
a
more
rumble
cloud
today could have
giants.
been really bad.
I still think it might have been
I don't
kind of
know.
bad, but yeah, I think we were in trouble.
I feel like we could have won that. Like the Cloud Giant would have a lot of access to everyone, but like everyone else would have to run through that Spike Growth man.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna shut the stream down. Let's see if there's anybody on the channel network that I want to rate. Nope, no one. So I'm gonna shut the stream down, and then we can chat for a quick second. So say goodbye to the stream. Hey everybody, thanks for watching Drake Takes. This has been Yawning Portal against the Giants. Thursday I'll be over on Marbania's channel playing Deadlands. And on Friday, we are back here. I'll be running Jungles of Chult, my homebrew, with one of the players here, Tane. Hopefully he'll make it on Friday, and we got some
I'll
good
be here.
stuff going on there. Saturday we're still off. Rob's on vacation, and then Sunday we'll be back here to continue the fight with the Giants. So thank you for watching. See you around.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think that getting the ambassador out of there is definitely good.